Yeah.
Now that my computer's somewhat
she
glitched,
finally
I still...
got her computer to work again.
Well, not really. I can't see half the screen.
Well, you can. Oh, there's a little slidey thing. There's a zoom in and out.
Yeah.
Oop.
No, my screen
No,
is
it's the fact
broken.
that half of her screen is cracked.
Oh. Oh, I see.
She thought she lost this laptop, and then one day it just turned on when she tried.
I see.
It was like, oh, it was just dead. I thought it was gone.
Because it wouldn't turn on before, but then it's stubborn. Well, sometimes it will turn on, and other times I'll like try and turn it on, and it'll like blink, and then the screen goes black.
You need to.
I don't even know.
How many times have I told you that?
I, as a poor college student, I can't get it fixed. Why is my daggers not staying in my character sheet?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either.
Oh, a horse? I have that.
Why?
House.
Oh, a house.
Yes, the house.
If you feel any
Okay,
better,
well-
Joseph made the same mistake.
Don't worry.
You already have a horse. And, like,
Cool,
I didn't
awesome.
say horse.
Although, Rosalind, I will say that one of my players, because apparently we have like 3 people with Asperger's syndrome in my game
Oh, yeah.
on Saturday. So we did the math, and apparently it would take 1,000 gold coins to build a keep. So
Wait, when did you guys do this?
your housing situation is probably way on the low end.
Yeah.
Like I said, you could probably build a nice one for like 5
Right,
gold.
but
Just take some material.
but also with the 1,000 gold for the keep, you're assuming you can get all the prices base price. There's also I have to factor in haggling.
I'm the
freedom,
beloved of the
merchant-
city. I think they'd help me.
Keep in mind that we were like converting the pound, like the British pound,
Yeah,
back
you
to
guys.
gold
Oh, that's awesome. I love it. I love that shit.
because there are 3 Brits in my game.
Yeah, no,
We
totally.
all have Asperger's, and we were doing this the other day.
So, I mean, you have to go. You got to go back to 6 months. But yeah,
found out
actually,
after I got-
legitimately though, if you ask Arenthal, which is the dude to ask,
Yes?
because
Oh, I have a
he
lot of
kind
stuff to do today, so...
Yeah, no,
boy.
like no, legitimately, I'm being like straight up with you. You guys have access to what was once Red Fist's manor. That's your manor now.
Cam, I found somewhere for you to live. Here's where you're recouping.
He's your house Carl now.
Yeah, no, he can. Yeah, that's definitely a thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's happening then. That's actually why I wanted to buy a
Andrew could
house.
be your house
So
Carl. He needs
Awesome.
a place to live.
Sounds good.
that and sooner or later, adventuring will come to an end, and this is home.
Apparently my role playing does not like me today. Because it will
Oh, yeah.
not put in my daggers for whatever reason.
That is why I like paper copy.
Yeah, that's why. Luckily I have the copy on my phone.
Yeah. Well, she has a separate copy.
Short story. It's
Yep.
not character
But I at least got all my stats in
ads.
there.
I'm gonna play with a Draco.
Hello, Aaron.
Hello.
Hey.
I don't think I have much
Hey.
more to do than that, at least.
I
I
have a
don't
lot
know.
of stuff to
Your
do.
Your,
So.
your daggers are in there for me. I see them.
Yeah.
Your
The
Gemini.
Harlequin?
Oh no, I just see the Gemini.
No. It won't let me put in my Harlequin for some reason.
Okay, hold on. Let me try.
No.
What's up?
I think something's
Katie
attacking
just really doesn't want you to put them in.
Apparently.
He's sleeping.
like that.
Kepler's sleeping on my
It's like
bed.
you using the wrong tab for your damage.
He rolls around a lot in his sleep. No, off. So he just kind of rolled off the bed. Because he's a doofus, and now he's trying to crawl in my lap. Yep, there we go. Sit. That's good.
Love
But
That's
is
true.
on the ground.
Animals are the best.
Yeah, he is pretty great, except he's gonna get fat if I keep hosting game night every Saturday.
Oh.
Because they
They
feed him.
Aww.
They feed him a lot.
Oh yeah, you still feel bad about you losing your bard.
Well, I was disintegrated while fighting a beholder right after I had brought it down to 1/3 health as a T-Rex, so I felt pretty good about that. It's okay.
My first character I ever made
Was it?
got hit in front of a beholder by another character.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
The gems we got last
Yeah, we-
session, what kind are they? You just said
Beanie
gem.
and I were gonna.
1 second.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know that they were pricey.
Yeah,
I just
2
don't
gold
remember
piece,
how
but
It was 2 gold, yeah.
Yeah, they were 2 gold. I don't have the details of that. So y'all can say what type of gem they are, but they're worth 2 gold. They're
Ooh.
there to be. They're not like magical in any way. They're just like worth money.
Mine
Okay.
is
The
obvious.
special
Mine's an
magical
emerald.
ability they have is that they are worth money.
yes, and I'm going to make
Mine is
part of mine into a
obviously
present
the
if
part
I
of
can do
Africa
that.
from Resident Evil 5.
Yeah. Oh, you want to like take it to a jeweler?
I want to get split in
That is
half and make 2 pendants made.
That is absolutely.
Like
a
I
thing
said,
you can
I had
do.
stuff to do today, so
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
a
I
lot
have
of that
a list.
talk to me, and then we can just say you did
armor.
it. Yeah, so to split an emerald and have the halves forged into some pretty nice looking amulets, would you say a silver inlay or a gold inlay?
that is a good question. What would be price difference?
Significant? I would probably say the difference between. Excuse me. So it would probably be the difference between. Ooh, I've
At
got
this point,
it. Well, the normal price would be a difference between 45 and 70 silver. But in this situation, I'm gonna go ahead and knock that down half.
Sweet.
So
Emerald
the
looks better
Let's
with
go
so-
gold then.
Yay!
All right, cool. So
Uh,
that's about 35 silver.
Done.
Okay.
And if I get engraving done on one, is that going to be any extra fee?
For you
Probably.
in Tantervale, no.
Okay. Cool.
You're a hero now. Remember that.
I know, but she's also used to being broke, so
And now
Yeah,
she's got
being a
tons of
broke
money.
hero
so
isn't
she's-
fun.
Woo!
Very much fun.
Y'all aren't
so
broken no more.
I'd like
I
to
don't
do
know
some more
what to
shopping with the
say.
jeweler. How many recruits and chantry people helped look for the Gatlock barrels?
Lots.
From what you know, basically everyone in the Chantry, so like all the lay sisters and brothers helped, and
A
all the
generous
Templar
donation to
and
the-
all the Templar recruits were the ones awake to help. It's not like the other Templars in the city refused to help or anything; they just didn't. know
No,
what
I
was
wanted to get
happening.
them a small thank you gift. That's why I was asking
cool.
how many people.
How many people? A lot.
A lot.
Like
If it
How
helps
many
any, I'm
people that
thinking
we
steel.
Be friends with.
an exorbitant like
Okay.
there's a lot of lay sisters and brothers who helped
Okay.
because
Never
they
mind.
kind of woke them all up, but the number of recruits that helped you numbered 15.
Okay.
If you want to help, I mean, quite honestly, the lay sisters won't accept gifts. They'll just be like, we shall donate this to the Chantry.
Okay, then I would like to do a gold coin donation to the chantry,
Oh, awesome! Yep.
You will
and
buy the
to
Templar
each of
recruits
the
and-
recruits that helped a small pendant in the form of the Sword of Mercy.
Ooh, okay, I like it.
I do too. How much do you think that's gonna run me?
I'm gonna. How about you roll a bargaining roll for me?
Do I get to use my sexy new communication focus?
Yes, you do.
Sweet.
communication focus that you've been waiting for how
Yeah,
long?
that plus that it
That
gets
plus
you're in
2,
free
plus
markets,
my
it's a plus
bargaining.
2. Yep,
So I
plus
get a
your
plus
bargaining.
5.
You
Sweet.
mean those
15
communication
to
focuses
stun.
that I
15.
started the game with because
Okay,
my character
because
was like, you
that's
start
the
with
number
four
I put out. So
Yes.
15. If you tell the jeweler what it's for,
Yes.
he didn't really lose anything in the fight, and basically the exchange is if you let him tell people you're his jeweler,
Done.
he will
Because Rosalind buys so much jewelry.
Drumming up business.
Right, no, he doesn't care about that. He wants the fame of it.
Okay.
Like,
Done. No problem.
cool. That means he will do this for free.
Okay. Cool. That works out very well for me then. And then the next thing will be once we actually start RPing, I want to go track down Gregwan. I get him a present.
All right.
And B needs to go find armor because B's armor sucks.
Didn't we all get armor? Or can't you wear it?
No, she
wear
can't.
it.
wear light
You
plate.
can't wear it.
Oh, shoot, that's gonna suck.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
though, there is also an advantage with the light plate
Although I think
iridium.
Rogue-
Is that it also is much more resistant to like getting shittier.
Can't the Rangers, like, if you become a ranger, don't they get access to at least medium, like, mail?
I think
so. I forget.
No, I think it's
I-
just you
One of
take
them
armor
could-
training.
Yeah, it's just armor training.
Or can they?
Um,
Rogues even take armor training? I don't even.
I don't
remember.
know.
I did. My armor training's maxed out.
Well, yeah, you're
Yeah, I'm
a
the
big old fighter.
I probably should have done that.
Keep
But
in mind
instead
that I was
took
going for the
throwing
master
weapons.
swordsman approach, and that's why my
True.
weapon fighting is maxed out.
I'm still happy that I finally meet the requirements for assassin. Took me long
Yeah.
enough.
And I know exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
Also, quick thing I do actually want to talk about before we get proper started. My schedule is getting crazier lately, so unfortunately we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to switch this to every other week,
okay.
which I know is like really lame. But if you're willing to go with me on it, it would really help me
Yeah.
out.
No
It would
problem.
make
We've
me
gotten
more
to the
sane.
point in this game where every other week won't hinder anything that's going on.
Yeah, I don't think so. So I'm cool with that because I really gotta go.
Ah,
Aw.
And of
We'll
course,
not
if you're
We'll not go
week
right
start-
now.
no.
But I don't know why I said go. I don't know why I said that. That was weird. But yeah, it's
But
just,
if
I'm
we
just
start winding down, obviously we can go back to the
Yes,
schedule that we had
absolutely.
before.
yes.
But I think at the point that we're at now, I don't think it'll hurt us all that much. Like, yeah, it'll be a bummer that we don't get to play every week, but at least it's a better schedule for you.
Yeah.
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 It would make me more sane and be able to plan cooler things out more.
Yes.
So yay.
And then that way I have another day for my party because they're getting really into it now.
Also,
That is
speaking
trying
of,
to kill each other.
Don't
Yo.
remind me. Saturday's awful.
Avarice, you were going to talk to me over winter
Yes.
break, and we never did.
Yeah, I know. Things happen.
I know.
Yeah, I think all of us.
Yeah.
We're just subtly
Like,
reminding
three
you.
of us?
So,
Right, it was-
with Avarice, I can actually just tell you this right now. So, with Avarice, this is actually a good point because we're kind of in downtime stuff. So, with Avarice, you can use him to help you identify people whose motivation is driven by avarice. So, whether those intentions are good or bad, he can't tell. He can just tell you, like, if they are driven by an amount of avarice or not. Like, Arenthal, you got immediately identified all of his
Oh,
motivations.
I like
driven
that
by,
man.
by avarice. Yeah, so he's just like, oh, hello. Yeah, that Arenthal is completely driven by money and making it. He has, that's why he's like rewarding you guys because you guys are badasses, and help save his shit, and all that stuff. So that's one thing you can do with avarice. Avarice can also help give you a basically early warning call to demons as well.
Yes. Nice.
So that's cool. He can just be like, I smell them, or something like that. Like,
Oh, hey,
I
one of my
actually-
kids is over there. Let's not go say hi.
yeah, I can actually give you a thing. So it's going to be harder for demons to sneak up on you. If they do, which demons don't generally sneak up on things, but it can give you an early warning sign, which is nice. Also, as you level up, things might change. In that you might get more stuff because you picked Avarice. And those I can't tell you about because it's too fun.
Yay.
So yeah. So that stuff. And Joseph, with Kalina training you.
Okay.
So, she has taught you to be a champion in that, because she is a Grey Warden and did that, she taught you Grey Warden fighting, a unique Grey Warden fighting style. In that, you actually now have a, you have a plus, +2 to attack Darkspawn.
Okay.
Which is cool. You just like know how they work now.
You again.
Yep.
Okay.
Next one. You also you also.
This is +2 to hit, right?
Yeah, this is to hit. Yeah.
I'm never gonna miss Darkspawn then.
Yeah, probably not. But you also have a thing. Also, this is cool. I think. Oh god, I have to go to that section. One second. I just wrote this down, but it didn't. But I just wrote down the name of it, not what it actually does. 1 second.
And then, if I remember correctly, all of us were invited to train as Grey Wardens.
Yes.
Yes.
Not train as Grey. Yeah, all of you were offered the chance to join the Grey Wardens.
However, I don't think that is a viable option right now.
I mean, it's
Not
viable.
right now, but one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been no sign of blight or anything in a while. I mean, we only came across
Shh! Don't give the DM ideas. He's already
saying.
brought out the red lyrium.
I know. And we
we've
lived
all
through it.
technically survived the blight so far, so
Yes.
And again, free marches really weren't hit where I was, so
No, not really.
I don't know about the rest of y'all.
Yeah.
Where is it?
yeah.
Katie, yes.
She's
Some
from
shit.
Denerim.
Here we go. Yes. Also, because you train with Kalina, who is as she reveals to you, not a random Grey Warden. She is in fact a Grey Warden commander.
Nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I need to go have a chat with her.
Yeah, she is one of the 3 Grey Warden commanders of Weishaupt. That's why she's out by herself, because she's just a badass.
Obviously.
Sounds like it.
You gain a level in your command talent.
Nice.
So you already have a novice.
So I'm
yeah?
Juniorman in command.
Yeah, you're journeyman in command now. So any NPCs that you lead gain a +1 bonus when rolling for initiative. Yeah, nice. So there you go. And then so that's what you get with your stuff there. Pretty good stuff there,
That's pretty fun. I've had to spend no talents on the command talent.
right? You got a sword that give it to you, and then you got trained with her. It's good stuff. Okay. So I know
It takes a long time for me to get an NPC army, though.
I know but it'll happen.
I have to be like
I believe in you.
like a bit higher than a lord to get like 100 soldiers or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, you got to properly establish yourself and whatnot. Once you guys start having big army battles, which
Will happen eventually.
yeah, I mean, from the direction you guys are going, it seems like that's a thing that's going to happen. So yeah, I know Roslyn wants to do some stuff,
Yep.
but does anyone else want to do things in Tangerville before you leave?
You should
Yes.
probably buy supplies.
I need to get.
Oh no, you guys are supplied. Like
Okay, cool.
Arenthal gave you a brand new travel carriage,
Okay.
Um,
cool.
all just sutured out.
Nice.
Yeah, there are some stuff that I want to do before we leave.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's on
Okay.
Google Play now, but
I guess quickly tell me, Hisra, what do you want to do?
Okay, well, before we leave, I forgot, what's the city called that we're heading to?
You're heading towards
Cumberland.
I'm sorry?
Cumberland.
Cumberland, in Navarre. Alright,
Yeah.
well, I'm going to reply to the letters, and I'll make sure I'll add that I'm going to be going from here to Cumberland.
Okay.
And I also want to go to the circle, and kind of, like, just, see where they buried her.
Oh, cool. Yeah. You can attend her ceremony. That's absolutely a thing.
I'll do that.
Oh, no.
it's so sad.
Yeah. All right. Thistle, did you want to do something?
Yeah, I gotta deal with the Unity situation.
Oh, you just got to deal with that?
Yeah, and then I also wanted to go talk to Ander, Quiet, Raid, and Laurel before we leave.
And I would also like to
Okay.
talk to Raid, so I will tag along with that.
Okay. Anyone else want to do something?
I'm gonna spend time with Neil because obviously,
Aw.
even though obviously we're gonna
Well,
do that
I mean,
anyway.
you don't have to do that to leave. I mean, he's coming with you. So.
Yeah,
Is he?
but like,
I
According
think
to-
we got a big swag house. Just saying. We could probably leave
Oh, I
him and
also-
Flora with money. They'd be
I
fine.
also want to go yarn shopping.
Aww.
Garden
yarn.
shopping. Okay, yeah. Oh, no, I mean, Flora's coming with you. She doesn't want to fucking stay here.
Aw. I said he's nice.
Hey!
Her
Has nothing to
goal
do
is
with the city.
Antiva.
True.
Eventually.
And B, did you want to do
Although we
something
still don't-
before you left?
I wanted to go see if I could find armor.
All right, what
armor that I have.
what armor do you have currently?
Light leather.
Light leather. All right, cool.
Another duster.
Oh, you have a duster. A duster, babe.
Oh wait, a duster is much better because it's
Yeah.
4 and 0.
You have a tailored leather duster for, I mean, do you want it just lined with concealed pockets? Because there's not really better armor that you can wear that doesn't start to hinder you.
Yeah. So I can
Yeah,
hide my
you can.
information.
Yeah, so it's just I'll just say 20 silver, and you can get it lined with concealed pockets. That'll give you a +1 on legitimate test to hide stuff with like your hand and pickpocket and whatnot.
Cool. Yeah.
Cool. There you go. You got it. Done.
Okay, also, speaking of armor, can I sell off my heavy plate?
Oh, I need
Sell
to
off.
Yeah, because you just gave me new armor. So,
Yeah, I know. You can. I will just tell you, they want to buy it back at a good price, but a lot of people don't have enough money to. You can try to give it. You can give it back to the armorer you got it from. And yeah, they'll.
wait, who's the kid who let me in to the place? The Templar recruit that actually let me in.
Oh, yes. So that is.
I know he had a name, I'm just blanking.
Yeah, that is. His name's Merrick.
Would Merrick like my old armor?
You just like here.
You did
Yeah.
well. You will make the order
yes,
proud.
he would want it. Like he's not allowed to wear it yet because he's a recruit.
Yeah, someday.
But yeah, he's.
Plus, it's women's armor. He might not be able
About
to
to
do
say
it.
like
Joseph,
it
they
is-
don't have
like-
boob windows. Come on.
right. That's true,
Oh, I'm
but
just saying.
but it is heavy plate. All plate armor is tailored to the person who
Okay, that doesn't work then.
kind of made it. We usually play a little fast and loose, but like if you want to resell it, like plate armor always sells for way less than it normally does because it's generally tailored for the person who wears it. But you could get 100 silvers for it, so
Done.
a gold.
And I'm
Cool.
back to where I started.
All right. Alrighty. Cool. So. Uh-huh. Okay. Alright, let's just start with Rosalind and her stuff. So what's the first thing you want to do?
If Thistle wants to tag along, go see Raid Quiet.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. So you and Thistle, go see Raid and Quiet. Yeah, when you get to them, their tent is gone. However, they are standing there. And it looks like they're just like loading up that big roll of their tent and all this bundle on like a cart. Looks like they're heading out because the festival's over.
Yep. You pack fast.
Like he shrugs, like I'm practiced. What can I do for you?
Thistle, do you want to stop?
Well, I wanted to say thank you, and I don't have anything to give you because there's nothing that I could make or buy that would really sum up what you've done to help us, and I just hope that you consider us friends.
Yeah.
He just kind of goes, "Oh, child," and he just comes up and hugs you.
Aww.
Oh, I hug him back.
Rosalind joins in.
Right. There's just like a big metal. Yeah, he releases the hug and goes, "Of course."
It's, well, a lot of what Thistle said. Even without you saving Camith, I feel I do owe you something. I don't even know if there's anything you want, but we found it in the same place I got my sword from. It's a training manual, I think Arcane Warrior? I also have a cipher for it. And she hands both books over.
Mm-hmm.
I think you might actually be able to use it, unlike me.
Yeah, he kind of like brushes like the side and looks at it like intently and looks up at Rosalind and goes, "Rosalind, thank you."
It feels insufficient, thank you.
It's not. Trust me. Thank you. I appreciate this.
I thought you'd like books. At the very least.
Nods.
It's also really historically significant, so yeah.
Yeah, indeed. I'll keep track of it. Thank you.
Safe journeys.
Safe journeys to you as well. I'm sure our paths will cross again. Right, Quiet? And you just see Quiet, just his little cloaked figure, and you just see like a head nod.
Aww, he's so cute.
He's pretty cute.
What quiet plushie?
Yeah, Quiet plushies for sure. Merchandising.
Okay. I go over and I hug Quiet too, and I tell him, you just stay out of trouble and just remember you're not scary. Okay?
Yeah, he kind of gives you a hug. He's trembling a little bit from the contact, but he hugs you back.
Take care of yourself,
Also,
kiddo.
you two promised me something real quick. If you're ever in Antiva near the White Spire Mountain, don't tell a woman named Eleonora that I let myself be possessed, okay? Because I already know that she's going to kick my ass to next Tuesday for that.
I'll protect you.
That is a very specific thing, but all right. I suppose we could manage that.
Thank you. Oh,
You just
angry.
see Quiet pull his little hand out of his cloak and then just do like a zipper mouth and key and throwaway motion.
Oh,
Thanks, Quiet.
Thumbs up.
I knew I could count on you.
Well, you take care of yourselves, which I know is a lot to ask, knowing you. Get yourself involved in all kinds of business that you ought to not, but do anyway. And I think we're all glad for it.
Yeah.
Well, and he just kind of, Quiet just climbs up onto the cart and Raid gets into the back.
Okay, if someone has TV on, can you turn it off, please?
Yeah,
No.
TV is on.
Oh, or just it just slowly got louder.
Yeah.
I don't know why. That's weird.
Well, it's because when you're not talking, your microphone will immediately go to other sounds to try to amplify them because it thinks it's not doing its job enough. So it'll just slowly amplify background noises if
Yeah.
somebody closer doesn't speak. I've learned this many times. So yeah, if there's anything else you want to say to them, they head off.
So, are we taking bets? How long till we see them again?
I don't want to bet on that because it would just make me sad.
I'd be happy. They're fun.
No, I mean, I feel like it's going to be a while before we see them again.
True. Well, we got each other.
Yeah, that's true. And you're not patting me on the head anymore, and that's an improvement, so.
Proceeds to pat her on the head.
Her hand is frozen above her head. Like,
Dard? Slaps head down to side.
But
Now, I'm
Okay.
off to go find an Orlesian. That's not Damien. Progress.
oh, really? Really?
Yeah,
And what is the scheme this time?
I do not scheme. That's Damien's thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I plot.
I don't scheme.
Well, one may seem a little less sinister than the other. It still implies that there's a plan here. What's your plan?
I want to give him a thank you gift like I gave Raid.
Sure, but this guy's much cuter than Raid, and you
Oh,
also
I don't
like
know
him
that.
a
I've
lot
never
more.
seen Raid without his mask. Is he?
There's a reason.
Looks at thistle.
Require is much cuter than Raid.
Yeah. Raid downs me as being smarter, though.
yeah, that's a safe bet.
Yeah. That is a very good assumption. How are you not intimidated by him, by the way?
Damien?
No, Revoir. He's
Damien. I've been around him long enough.
But Damien's a lot different.
Blinks.
Like,
I assure you, he's scary in a different way. You were not there when I was trying to give him my hair ribbon, and my hair fell in my face. I don't know where you were. I was a
in the
lovely shade of
background.
red.
I did see that, I think. There was
You
a
did.
lot of secondhand embarrassment involved.
Thank you for that.
I
Now,
didn't
I'd rather
say
you
anything.
not be in the background in case I do embarrass myself this day, so I gotta go.
Okay.
My style.
I'm sure if this goes well,
Okay.
I will be squeeing with you and Flora about it for weeks to come.
Oh, God.
All right, I'll take your word for it. I'll go do some shopping then. If you don't need me, then.
Aw.
So I'll catch up with you later.
Yeah.
I'll go find Flora and Bee, and we'll go shopping so we don't creep you out a little bit by like peering around a corner.
Which
Taking
means
bets.
that's exactly what you are going to do. Make her preserve me.
I assume I'm not there because
No, you are not there.
I'd be making fun of her the whole time.
Okay, then good luck. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
And I walk off.
Okay. All right, so you go see Gregoire.
Yes.
Rosalind?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so you head off over to Gregoire, where Gregoire's staying, which you know.
Mhm.
You go into the tavern. You do well, not the tavern, the lower part of the inn. people sit and eat. The people in there tell you that he's not here right now. He is currently out, kind of. Basically like looking over, like he's basically help with like the guard situation in Tangerville right now. He just like volunteered, because that's what he does. Yeah, one of them says that he's dealing with like something about deserters. Shrugs. He says he's out on the tournament fields, basically.
Yeah, that's where she's headed then.
Cool. So you head there. Yeah, you see. You immediately see Gregoire once you get out there far enough. His armor kind of gives him away, which you think might be the point, because the armor seems to be designed to catch the sun. And
my
like
armor's
just
pretty too.
shine it around everywhere. Yeah, yours is very nice. But yeah, it just looks like it's designed to make everyone notice him. So, he's just kind
Well,
of.
he doesn't need the armor for that.
I hope. And right next to him is his dear night brother, Crowfood. They seem to be discussing something, and there seems to be like another guy who definitely looks like he's Tantervale guard, high up.
Anyone I recognize?
No, you don't recognize. You don't recognize.
Darn,
him.
it's not Topper.
Nah, it's not Topper. Yeah, it's not Topper or Laurel.
Darn it.
Yeah, they're just looks like they're discussing something. Whatever they're discussing, Gregoire is taking it like very seriously. He's got like a very serious face on, which even his serious face is rather expressive.
Obviously.
The guy just doesn't. The guy just wears basically everything on his sleeve.
All the more reason she likes him.
Which is like the opposite of his parents, which are like some of the greatest like dealers and merchants and wheelers around. So very different. So you approach.
Sir Gregoire, Sir Crowfood. I'm sorry, I don't know your name. Rosalind Easett extends her hand.
Yeah, and he looks. So he goes, "Oh, I know. I know you. Like you are, Lieutenant Mao."
Nice to meet you, Lieutenant.
He shakes your hand and he goes, Rosalind, there you are. I'm glad to see you are on Earth.
Yourself and your friends?
Yes, for the most part, we are rather uninjured. Crowfood took a nasty, what do you call what went through your leg, Crowfood? And he just kind of like tilts his head and he goes, a demon spike, like a demon spike, yes, through his leg, but he seems to be recovering fine. It was quite the heroic battle. Sad you missed it, but it sounds you had your own.
Well, dinner some
always,
night. You can tell me about it.
Yeah, yeah. At that, the lieutenant just kind of like looks at him and goes, "Right, well, I gotta get back to my commander, but thanks for your help."
I'm sorry, am I interrupting?
I goes, no, we were finishing up. It's no problem. And yeah, he just kind of meanders off.
Meandering?
Yeah, and he goes, wow, like Rosalind, Rosalind, that was quite bold. Quite bold.
I'm sorry, I'm free marcher to the core. You're probably more used to your Orlesian girls.
I have seen much of Orlesian girls. I am glad you are free marcher to the core, as you say.
Blushes at that. Sir Crowfood, can I borrow him for a few minutes?
He just like, again, he wears that big crow like mask, so it's very hard to see anything on his face. He just kind of looks over at Gregoire and says, I believe it would be a sin not to. And he just like turns and walks away.
He seems an interesting one.
Yes, a lot of people have a. He is not the most popular of Chevalier, but I can't think of anyone I would rather have at my back. Let me just drag Gregoire up here so we can see him. There he is.
Not
Oh,
seeing
that
him.
makes him a little. You don't. He's in the center of the screen.
No, I still have the monster army. Let me refresh.
Oh, I didn't drag you guys back. My bad. That's my bad. It's my thing. I didn't drag you guys back. There we
Well,
go.
Rosalind was facing down that army.
Oh, no wonder you guys didn't see the name of the episode.
Oh! Okay.
Yeah, the name of the episode was Tragedies Averting,
Yay!
and now we can change it to
Session 29.
Tragedies Averted. Alright, there's Gregoire.
I can't thank you enough for you bringing your countrymen to help my city.
There was absolutely no need for thanks. Demian said help was needed, so help was given. Thus is the way of Chevalier. Well,
I have to learn more about it then. But the way of free marcher is thank you gifts. Will you accept one from me?
from you? Absolutely.
Okay, reaches in. I'm trying to think where she would have it. I don't really think armor has pockets.
No. You have a bag. You have like a bag, like a satchel, basically.
Okay, takes it out of the satchel and hands over a black velvet box.
Yeah, he reaches and takes the black velvet box, and he just looks at it. He goes, "A curious thing." He just like says some stuff in Orlesian as he's just staring at it, very interested. He opens it.
Inside is the half of the pendant with the emerald.
Oh, okay. He goes,
I
Yes.
hope you don't think it's a bit much.
No, absolutely not. And he like flips it around and kind of starts looking at it. Is you said there's an engraving?
Uh-huh.
What does it say?
I'm trying to think what I had this wrote earlier. Fly boldly, my Pegasus.
Aw. Yeah, he like looks at it and like reads it, and like like a really big smile comes over his face, and he just like looks at you. So he goes, "Quite bold indeed." Like
The
Rosalind,
gems
quite
one I got
bold.
from Lord Arenthal for helping save the city. I hope you don't think it's too forward. I had the other half of the gem made into a pendant for myself, and proceeds to fish it out from under her armor.
Yeah, and he's just like, he just smiles and it looks like he's just kind of thinking. He goes, he puts it around like his neck, and then kind of takes your hand in his, just one in each, and he just kind of like holds it in front of you, and goes, "It is quite bold and quite forward. But quite honestly, at this point, I appreciate that." He then pulls on your hand for you to kind of fall into him, and then he kisses you.
Woo!
Yeah.
He also dips you when you do it.
As I'm in full armor, as long as he doesn't
Yeah.
drop me, totally on
No,
board for
he's-
this.
He super doesn't.
Okay.
He went through the
Good
same
man.
training that Damien went through. He's quite strong. So yeah, he kisses you. By the way, yeah, he kisses you for like a good bit.
Just going with it.
Yeah. And then he pops you back up, and like as he like just kind of slowly pulls away, slowly opening his eyes, and he says, "No, I have all the courage I need to go track down those damn deserters."
Be careful. Not that,
like,
well, I'll probably need Maker's Mercy.
like when he say "be careful," he looks at you, has a smile, and he just says "never," like, and then turns and walks off towards his horse, where Crowfoot is with his.
Thanks to Everest, that went so well.
You just hear Avarice say, "I don't like him."
Why not?
because there isn't an ounce of avarice in him.
And that's why I like him.
That's why I don't trust him.
I'm sure we'll find something for him to be greedy over.
He says people motivated by avarice means they have logic in their brains. His
I'd rather have
motivation
love in his heart.
I think is entirely ephemeral. Never trust people with ephemeral ideals.
You're in a mood.
He is a mood.
I think I am now.
Avarice must love me then.
Oh, you kidding me?
Avarice,
No.
I am not dating Hisra. No. Or
Like, but
Arenthal,
he's
don't
so
ask.
good. I think, are you sure? Like, at least you're traveling with him. Something. You know, he's got good motivations. Now they're not prominent, but they are definitely there.
Maker.
He goes. Yep. So yeah, there's that.
Yep.
Question: is the tournament still going on?
Oh yeah, I still have archery to finish. There was a cool bow at stake.
Because I
There-
would like to wrestle for victory.
You would like wrestle? Yeah. A lot of
Yeah.
those were kind of canceled. There's the final round of the melee, which is definitely a thing.
Let's do it.
But
Yeah,
it's not going to be held for a little while because
Rebuilding?
the High Steward of Tangervale basically states like a period of mourning.
Yeah.
And then like to yeah. So if you guys want to stay for the tournament, you will kind of delay yourselves here a little longer.
I would like to, but
Like,
if the rest of the
how
team
long?
wants to move on.
Well, I think it's time we actually talked about whether or not you all, you guys want to join the Grey Wardens. Because if we're gonna stay for a little while, we can take care of that while we're here.
I want to join them one day, but not right now.
Yeah, me too.
It feels like they could override, but we need to go there and do this. Well, the Order needs you to do that. But we had other plans.
I think you guys would be a good fit for the Wardens. Me, on the other hand, I have no interest in it. I'm a
Right,
mercenary.
not enough women and
Like
booze. Gotcha.
I think it's not enough money.
That too.
I don't know if
Amy.
I'd want to see that many Darkspawn again.
Oh, right, you were in Ferelden during the Blight. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, so, I have a high opinion of the Wardens, but I don't think I can handle that yet.
Once you see one army of Darkspawn charging at you, you've seen them all.
I haven't seen any. I think I might want to keep it that way for now.
You're lucky.
I killed
yeah.
one once.
Oh, right, we did fight them all the way back when we first met.
You fought a Darkspawn.
And ghouls.
No, there were more than one. There was more
No,
than one.
there were ghouls.
No, there was one
Oh,
dark
yeah,
spawn.
that's
I killed
There was one
Yes,
Hurlock,
there was
and
one Hurlock, and it threw up into Damien's mouth when they made out.
Yeah, they made out.
Yeah, something like that.
I think
Sweet
my
going,
Wigwam seed was
actually.
better, but...
That
Oh.
was just a hurt. You should try having to hold your bladder, your bowels in when an ogre's charging at you.
Yeah, history. You've never fought an ogre.
I have
made up.
fought
We don't know that.
obviously.
You've seen an ogre charge, but you've never fought one. You were up on a
I was the
hill.
one who had to hold my
Kisra,
bowels.
his name is very close to the Kun word for liar. So
Yeah, it's true.
That's true. B, weren't you originally
more
sent to
exaggerated.
watch us? I think we passed. We don't need a babysitter. Are you carrying on with us?
Yeah, B, that's your prerogative. There is no such thing as like strict orders within the Rebgenis. They didn't necessarily pass. They're obviously heroes. They definitely help the common folk. They're definitely
How
awesome.
did we not pass?
Because
But the
they're so
reason
flat
she's
out.
there because to stop you from
bad being
leaking
heroes
secret.
sometimes.
You keep telling everyone you're
Like
Jenny's,
talking.
which is
Actually,
opposite of
know
what you're
what's a-
supposed to be doing.
Know what's funny? In the game that I run on Saturday, they were talking about their plans out in the open, and Thistle walked by, and she was like, "Ha! I used to do that too in my younger days," and then she walked off.
Anyway, back into the scene.
Yeah.
What is B's answer?
It was rather great.
I'll
glad that I
I'll
know
say
what's
this.
like.
If you're only here to stop us from talking about the Red Jennies, you're probably going to have to kill us all.
Sadly, that's kind of true. Nods her head.
Yeah, we're kind of bad at doing this
Really,
hero stuff.
you guys are kind of the only ones who are doing that, you know? Like, Hallis didn't talk about it.
Well, how talk about anything, to be fair.
No, Helith walked around stinging people with dragon glands. Because that doesn't
Yes,
draw
I
attention.
remember that.
And food.
Plus, the only person that he ever really talked to was Laura.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
I still don't even know that guy's last name.
I don't either.
Flora just says Tigal.
Tigal. Thank you. So,
Thank you for reminding.
B, you're staying
I
with
thought
us
it'd be
then?
something
For
like
informing us.
Brandon.
You guys seem like an interesting group of people to hang out with. I think I'll stay with you guys for a while.
Alright.
Well,
The
hopefully
Feels
Red
like
Jennies
we
can
should
handle themselves.
stay
Welcome you
accommodable.
in some way.
Wink, wink. I don't know.
Takes off gauntlet, holds out hand with thumb, with a ring on it. On one of our adventures together, Thistle fell down a pit and onto a spike. She found this ring. She gave it to me. I guess I was feeling a little lesser than what I should have been given what I've been through with the Templars. It helped me. I don't know, confidence booster, maybe it's just enchanted. I don't know. I've had it for a while.
Both.
I think maybe it's time I passed it.
Are you talking about
Takes-
the magic ring?
Yep.
Yeah, the +3 magic ring.
Yeah, because I now have a
It's
3 in
literally a
magic.
magic ring. That's the best part.
Sorry, you now what?
I now
She
have
has
a 3
a
in magic,
now.
so...
Just
Oh,
needs
you naturally cool.
Yeah, I've been putting points into it.
Yeah.
She needs it for her special edition.
So,
Or
I
needed
was
it for-
thinking... Guys,
I'm-
can I finish
yeah.
my scene, please?
Yes.
Sorry. I don't mean to snap.
Oh, absolutely.
So...
This is me on Saturday, so it's okay.
Yay! You understand. Another reason we're bonding right now. So, I was thinking maybe you would like to wear it for now. Sort of keep it a sisterhood within the group.
Aww.
I take the ring, just flip it around my hand. Thank you.
You're welcome. Wear it well.
Put that good.
And you
Cool.
now get
So-
a +3 onto your magic.
No, she does not.
Oh.
She's a
She's
dwarf.
a dwarf.
The
She's a
ring
dwarf.
only works on human and elves.
Oh,
However,
sorry.
she can still wear the ring, and it's quite pretty.
Sorry. That was kind of the whole reason I gave it to her. Sorry.
Oh, well, yeah, no, it only works on human and elves.
Still sentimental value. Worst case, you can sell it.
After they do that, I look at Damien and go, in the name of our brotherhood, I ain't giving you shit.
Yeah, no, I figured that.
Oh, you boys could make out if you wanted to. We'd let you.
No.
No judging.
Like Flora's like, Lord knows you've talked about it enough.
I don't remember this conversation ever happening.
Ale. I think we need ale.
Oh, you weren't there for the conversation.
Speaking
I
of,
think I'm
and proceeds to
feeling
tell
a little
group about
I'm feeling a
Gregoire.
little justified.
Oh yeah. So when you tell about Gregoire, Flora just goes, "Ooh!"
I know!
Ow.
She freaks out. Yeah, no, it's very loud.
So,
Uh,
I
just
think that's a
Thistle
good
also-
sign, right?
Oh yeah. Thistle is high-fiving everyone. And just like, yes!
I just kind of laugh and like just kind of go along with it just because it's funny.
He's just
Yeah.
like, I don't understand any of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't understand.
Be
So
on you.
upset about possibly getting laid.
Ezra,
Yeah.
well, never mind. I'm not gonna... Because that could also be interesting. One thing
I
at
mean,
a
don't get
time.
me wrong. Sex is a good time, but still, I usually just drink. I usually just drink beforehand. Although I'm thinking, I may from now on I'll have like celebration parties before I have sex.
Celebration party.
You just run across them, guys, I'm about to have sex.
Well, if you think about it, if you had done that before the blood magic, we could have stopped it.
It would have. Yeah.
He wouldn't have had a curse on his dick. I'm just saying.
Now I'm kind of worried. If we do this celebration party before sex thing, you guys can't then stop me from having sex.
I think we need to interview the person before and have like a health screening just in case.
Seconded.
Yeah.
Because this has been a bad pattern for you.
Yeah.
You know?
I get why you'd be worried, but to be fair, only one of the women I've had sex with has used blood magic. And technically,
Well, I mean,
my record is
the
still
last
zero.
one,
Yeah,
I mean,
technically
the
you
one
did not have
before
sex.
did use a riding crop. So keep that in mind.
And I would like to say that the one girl who tried to stab me in the middle of sex does not count in this.
I don't want to know. Maker, I do not want to know.
I think you need to start thinking with your upstairs brain. You know?
I mean,
but
do you have a brain anywhere else in your body?
Or maybe you should just try and find a nice girl to settle down with. You ever think about that?
I thought about it, and then I beat that thought to death with a hammer.
Think about
That
it
makes
this way.
sense,
You're a hero
yeah.
in Tannerville. I'm sure there's at least one good woman in Tannerville.
Yes, and I'm going
Right.
to sleep with her probably, and then I'll move on to the good woman in Cumberland and the good woman in Taventer. There are good women everywhere.
I don't think there's. Well, I mean, you already did sleep with the Blood Mage, so I don't know how much of a difference there is with any other imperial women. So you know,
That's
Pardon
kind
me.
of racist.
I don't like Blood Mages. They scare me.
Well, look
And
at this
doesn't
way.
come from the
Hisra,
realm.
if nothing else, Avarice really likes you.
Pardon me.
What?
Did you guys hear something?
Yeah, you guys kind of turn to your left, and you see 3 Kunari standing there.
Oh no.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Hisra, you immediately recognize it as the guys you talked to.
Do I see the guy who I
Scary
stared
dude?
down for an entire night?
Yes.
Yes.
What are you guys doing here?
Hello.
We wish to speak with you for a moment.
They're talking to me, right?
No, they're talking to all of you.
Yeah.
Sit,
We have a
please.
moment to spare.
No, thank you.
Would you like tea?
No, thank you.
Rosalind looks horrified. There is always time for tea.
You don't want a cookie?
We wish to speak to you about Lord Arenthal.
Okay.
As I think many of his men has recovered our gatlock that was stolen from us to be to be used by your boss, Sarah Boss group. We wish you to speak to him on our behalf of returning our possessions. Well,
Where did they-
currently, he is refusing its return, claiming we have no claim to it. The Qun is clear here.
I mean,
Where did
it
you-
was going to be used to destroy the whole city, so I think at that point it's just kind of a loss.
No, the Qun is
Kind of
clear.
implicated in a crime.
We care little for these crimes and things you speak of. It was stolen from us. It must be returned to the Qun at all costs. We are here to be civil. We wish your aid in this. For
Where
you,
did-
seem logical and well
you-
connected.
Are you
Falls on
sure
table,
that
laughing
if we are
hysterically.
able to get this returned to you, that it can be safely transported back to
Absolutely.
wherever it is you are from? Because I forget where they are.
I
from.
can get yeah, absolutely. We have a specially designed carriage for it.
How did it get out of your custody in the first place?
Because that's a lot of Gatlock. There was like over.
Yeah, a suspiciously
100
large
barrels.
amount
Mutiny
for
on it,
non-Qun lands. Glares at him.
He just says converts.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Converts had stolen it. And
Well,
while I'm sure you
Convert.
believe this is quite a good amount of Gatlock, by our standards, this is a quite small amount.
I would
However,
assume so.
it is of the Qun, and only the Qun should have Gatlock. This is clear.
Is it?
So, what happens if you don't get it back? You guys can't exactly return your homeland failures.
He says, that is not an option.
Which one?
Not getting it back. We shall. We are merely asking for your aid to expedite this, and for everything to go friendly.
I kind of leave.
Well, I'm sure if you come with us to Arenthal, he might listen to you a bit more.
We are merely asking for that, and that you perhaps they say that it is rightfully ours, as it is.
I'm fairly diplomatic.
I would
if-
rather not
Yeah, I
Arenthal,
can
as
go
he
with
is an arms merchant, sell it off to the highest bidder so everyone can have access to this. And then we have much more dangerous pirates and wars. I do not wish to see this on your free marches.
Can I
Do we
roll,
know about the sacking of Kirkwall at this point?
Yeah, you know about the sacking of Kirkwall.
Yeah, I think occur
Stonily
or
glares
like
at him.
He wasn't.
a news.
I mean, yeah, you cool. You glare at him. He just regards you.
Can I roll perception on him to see if he's like not bullshitting me at all?
Perception, empathy, sure.
Yeah, I can roll that too. I'm pretty decent at it.
So
Cool.
my title, what bonuses does it give me again?
No. Communication.
No, it's only you only get bonuses to willpower with your title.
Yeah, it's willpower.
Okay.
Doing perception rolls?
If you want.
Sure.
15,
12.
15 bucks done.
Not bad for me, actually.
17.
That stew is just really good.
Yeah. Hisra, from what you can tell these guys, yeah, they're being legit. Like they're like, you want our goddamn shit. You cannot be trusted to have this shit. Because we have Gatlock, but we never fucking use it on you people because it's us. You also know that they mainly use Gatlock on Tevinters.
And really, is that a crime?
However, you also know Lord Arenthal is a fucking arms merchant. And his main motivation is money.
Yeah.
Not ethics.
Yeah.
So, you are pretty much guaranteed he will 1000% use it for nefarious means for developing weapons of destruction to be sold to different countries.
And I thought it did give us a lot of money, but I wouldn't. I certainly don't trust him to have Gatlock on his possession.
Yeah.
See. Everything.
I mean, he kind of did help.
The dude
achieve
leans
a
back
really
to the guy
important
who
goal of
always
mine.
stares at you and says in the Kunari language, which you of course understand. He says, "I told you he would be reasonable."
I kind of just look at that sky I've been staring at for a while and just look like, yeah, bitch.
Yeah, he just like he just go. His only reaction is,
What if we just, rather than anyone have the Gatlock, I mean, we just destroy it?
He goes, "Well, that would cause quite amount of destruction."
Not even like underwater detonation or anything like that.
True enough. Like you could.
I would assume that'd be the way that you would dispose of excess Gatlock that you don't use.
I am worried about your Cerebas.
Is he calling me as their boss?
No. You can tell by he's just saying like maybe mages could do something with it in the river. He's not sure. He's a goddamn, well, you don't know what he is, but he's Kunari for sure.
All right. So are we going to
I think we could try, but I'm not sure how far we'll get.
And if you do this, you will be considered like a friend to the Ben Hasra.
Tilts her head. Avi, what do you make of these guys? I don't like them.
He goes, I don't like them either.
Which means they're probably harmless.
I take offense to that.
Okay.
No, they're not harmless, but
do I know who the Ben
they're
Hasra?
voids, pure voids of self-want and self-need. All they think about is community. The Kuhn.
Huh. I
Horrifying.
don't know anything about the Kuhn. You know, Chantry, Rah-Rah, Go Maker. Okay.
Yes.
I should probably be paying attention. People are talking.
Right.
Do I know anything about the Ben Hasra?
I would say no. You know kind of what they're supposed to be from your parents when you remember the Ben Hasrath. You know, how about you make me a what's it called check? A cunning check.
Religious lore?
Nah.
Okay.
11.
I have religious lore.
11. There's some group within the within the Kunari. They have a certain function. Or something you're not entirely sure. They're kind of like, you know, from what you understand, with 11, you think they're kind of like damage control guys. Like if something that's connected to the Kunari happens, Ben Hathras kind of come and try to fix it, kind of. So
they're cleaners.
A little bit. That's what, like, from what with 11, that's kind of what you get from them.
I'm just gonna say Kunari Special Forces.
Okay.
Okay.
That's the best way I know to put it.
I mean, I'm pretty good at talking. I could help them unless you all want to go.
This would be greatly appreciated.
Actually, I get a +2 to talking to nobles.
You do.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind being along just to see if Damien falls asleep.
Oh yeah, they don't know about that, do they?
Nope.
Oh, was this an off game thing that he got?
Yeah.
His title?
No, not his title. He got this a while ago, actually.
I have never really
He hasn't been able to use.
He's never really used it. Yeah.
I haven't talked to a lot of nobles.
It's a token he got from his lady.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, his lady friend in Norway.
Oh.
Cool.
Yeah, she gave me like you guys would have noticed. I have a chain around my neck and there's a ring attached to it.
Oh, okay. Is it your promise
I have
ring?
a pretty pendant. Nah.
Well, a promise pendant. He has a promise ring. You're obviously better.
Exactly. Anyway.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So,
So, are you gonna? This is just kind of danced around enough. Y'all gonna help the Ben Hasrath get their Gatwak back, or what?
Being untrusting,
Yeah,
I want to
like,
say
if you're
no, but at
noble
the same
or-
time, I don't trust the Lord guy with it.
Yeah, he's sort of like, especially you, Roslyn. You know a lot about him.
Yeah.
Like, he's just like, nah, he'll kill so many more people with that stuff by
Yeah.
just turning it into weapons.
Basically, what's happening is that, like, even though
Avi, you're gonna
saved-
meet your other favorite person.
Yay!
Why is it that, like, when you
unenthusiastically.
why is it when you do your Everest voice, I get reminded of Kelsey Grammer from Frasier?
I don't know, because maybe he's a little like Kelsey Grammer from Frasier. I think. Now that I never thought about it that way, but it makes sense.
I like
Yeah,
it. It makes me happy.
it was good. Yeah, here's the question: who do you trust more with it, the Kunari or Lord Arenthal?
Neither.
More, not.
We keep
Entitled.
it and we blow stuff up with it. Come on.
Oh yeah, because you guys.
Because that's totally what we would do.
For hundreds of
With
barrels of
Hisra,
gas
yes it is. Let's be honest.
You'd blow yourselves up.
Yeah.
I think we could do it. I think we could do it really well. You know, we would find a nice
You
patch
could
of grass.
probably live a couple
start setting
sessions
them
with
off
this,
in the same
but
place.
probably not.
Problem solved.
This is not going to end well.
Well, I guess Canary more so than Arenthal. At least we know what they're going to do with it.
Which is use it on the Imperium.
Yeah, blow up Vince.
Yeah, but it's Vince. Come on.
Yeah.
They have that
They
whole
did-
creepy
oh,
Black
yeah.
Divine thing going on. Ew.
Yeah, no, fuck those guys.
I mean, they're not all terrible. My mother's side was from Teventer.
It's different. You're elf, not
So
magister.
I'm about to say, like, yeah, the slaves.
Yeah.
You're the one
Slaves
who.
aren't terrible.
Right, but slaves aren't soldiers. That's a thing in Teventer
Yeah.
culture. Slave,
Yeah.
If you're a soldier, you're not a slave.
Yeah.
Or that's what they say.
Yeah.
Would getting
Well,
a Babari cheer you up? I think we could get a puppy.
Wait, what?
What about a puppy? Oh my god.
Do you actually say this to her?
Yes.
I probably afford a Bari puppy. We have enough
She
money.
sort of leans in suspiciously and squints at you and goes, "Do you promise?"
Yes.
Okay, we're doing this.
Damien kind of laughs and it's like, what, are we also going to get ice cream too?
Yes, we are.
Ice cream does not exist at this period in history.
Shaved
Actually,
ice?
it does.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it does.
Yep.
It's awful, but like I guess by our standards, it's awful. Because it's made with
Their
like
standards, it's
really
nuts.
gross shit, like sap
yogurt.
and like a lot of other things. But yeah, no, there's ice cream's a thing.
It's more like a yogurt.
It's a lot older than people think.
Really?
Didn't know
Yeah,
Huh.
that. Neat.
it's got gross. They put like animal parts in it and stuff too. Like so, it's still like a sweet treat, but only nobles.
No ice
Eat it.
cream then.
Sounds like
Because
acid.
no one can afford it otherwise, and no one would want to afford it. Like, why the fuck would we
See?
buy that shit?
Oh.
It doesn't
I make-
save.
I make
you can't
a
save.
double
You have
joke.
to eat it the second it's made. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
So,
made a
like,
reasonable joke.
like
So,
Damien,
let's go see Darren Paul.
Damien has eaten ice cream as an Orlesian noble in his life. He has eaten ice cream. The rest of you have never even heard or seen ice cream. So when Damien says, "Are we gonna get ice cream too?" everyone looks at you weird, like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah. Does it taste of despair? I've heard food from Orlay's taste of despair.
I guess Damon would be like, no, it tastes more of childhood. And joy.
Childhood.
So
Childhood.
depending, it could be despair.
Yeah. I guess to the untrained eye.
Right, we were talking to the nice Canary who are probably looking at us like we're insane.
Yeah.
Oh, don't
no,
worry, you're
uh,
not of the Cune. They already assume you're insane.
Yay! Low standards!
Oh yeah, very low standards.
The low standards were already there. We
Okay, let's do this. If we're gonna do this, let's do this.
Okay,
Arenthal or puppy? Or both?
Both.
you're not okay. One, you're not gonna be able to buy a Mabari in Tangervale.
Aww!
Not a
So
thing.
fair.
yeah,
they-
because they're kenneled in Ferelden.
Yeah.
We will find
Red
someone.
You could. I mean, Kirkwall has a lot of Ferelden refugees.
I
We're
don't-
going to Kirkwall! Change of plans!
Yep. Just
I've
Full
heard
of
good
death.
things about this hawk person. We should go say hi.
go say hi. That's not an awkward conversation. You saved the city. We did as well.
Let's exchange notes. Yes.
Oh, you also have people. Hello, big, tall, red-headed woman. Are we friends now? We should be.
Yeah. An elf mage, a tall red-headed woman, a moody guy who uses a greatsword. I think there's similarities here.
Okay, Arenthal time.
Okay.
Arenthal, so you go to Lord Arenthal's place with the Kunari. The guards kind of let you in, and do you say like these guys are cool or whatever?
Yeah.
So the guy you are talking to, I actually have a name for him. So his name is. So his name is Patra. Which, Patra, which you would know, Hisra, that Patra means teacher.
Teacher.
Yeah, it means, but Patra it's not implied that kind of teacher. It's like, Patra is the teacher that you need to survive, like the teacher in life kind of thing.
Okay.
So yeah, that's his name, Patra. The other two are not introduced.
Yes.
Only Patra introduces himself. Like, you may call me Patra. All right.
Nice
So
to meet
you go in, meeting with Lord Arenthal. Says, all right. So what is this about?
Well, sir, these Kunari here say that the Gatlock that was collected from the other night was originally theirs. It was stolen from them by the last moon cult, and they are requesting that they can have it returned to them, and they will safely remove it from the city.
How do he just stares and goes, how do we know if this is even true? They could be they could be just trying to move in on this, but I think perhaps. And Patra kind of raises his voice, and he goes, "The Kun does not lie, boss."
Can I try?
Easy, friend, easy.
Yeah.
Says,
can it be just-
we are the Kunari are the only who ever will possess Gatlock. It was stolen. We shall return it. That is the end of this. And he says, well, obviously you haven't done a very good job if it got stolen. That is why the problem was corrected.
They were attacked by a blood mage cult, after all.
Yes. He's just kind of like, this will have to be thoroughly investigated. Avarice, you just hear him giggling.
Should I ask?
Call him out on it.
Yeah, he just says he's stolen.
Yeah, I thought so.
My guess, he's going to make these proceedings draw out as long as possible, most likely days. And during those days, move as many Gatlock barrels he can to somewhere safe.
Avius,
I
am I
would
the
say
only
no.
head you can speak to? Like, if I went over and just touched someone's shoulder, could you use me like a connector to other people? I'm pretty sure the party's figured this out too, but, you know, speak
He
things
doesn't
up.
say anything. He just goes, no.
What do you think that I can do?
I don't know. Why not? She doesn't know. It's not exactly like I can go to a library and get a book on this.
Well, actually, you could.
Good.
No. We're doing that next.
Not a public library, but...
The Circle Library.
Yeah.
Because that's not suspicious at all.
Oh,
Okay.
it is. Who cares?
True.
I mean, He said that he
Well,
could
when
give
you're
us
at the
access
point
to the
where it's
circle
like, oh,
library
shit,
if we did
spirit in
this.
my head.
Yeah, that's true.
So, Damien, did you want to roll to try and convince Lord Arenthal to give up the Gatlock without a fight? Because that is something you can do.
Focus
Yeah.
persuasion, focus etiquette.
Focus persuasion, focus your armor, if you're wearing
Uh,
it.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear the options you said, Damien. It would
I
be.
said,
it would be.
is etiquette or persuasion better in this case?
Both would work.
Both will
You
work.
could use. You could use either.
Leadership's the thing that I have. But I don't think
It's not really going to work for
applies
Arenthal.
here.
Yeah.
None of my talents do anything outside of combat, so that's fine. So we are going to. I'm gonna roll persuasion. I feel like this is more persuasion than
Yeah.
etiquette.
Yeah. Sounds good. All right. You also get your bonus with your armor, which is a plus
Isn't that the
1.
+2?
It would be +2. Yeah.
No, I
Oh,
meant on his roll, the +2 after the +3.
I don't think so. I think that's his communication plus
Okay.
his focus.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
So that's 2. So that's 17. Okay.
Okay. So our armor
So-
gives us a +1 to communication.
Well, it's +2 when you're in the free marches.
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah. So 17. That's really really good. Arenthal says, So he kind of looks at you, Damien. And he goes, "I see your point. I see the logic in this. Would you consider this a personal favor from you
Oh boy.
for me to do this?"
I find that this is more correcting wrongs that were done, seeing as how, if the cult that was attacking the city would have not been able to steal this from them, all this would have been averted. So I feel like it's just rewriting wrongs that have been done to your city.
All right, roll another persuasion check.
Okay. Okie dokie. Persuasion. 22.
He just like, so it takes. I'm gonna say it takes you like probably like 20 minutes.
Explaining all this.
Of like him trying to like get a little angry and is like trying to come back with arguments, but you're just like being calm, like courteous, and just like laying out really obvious logic reasons of like, this is right, this is what you should do. And Arenthal keeps trying to make excuses of why it should be delayed. You notice Patra just like very slowly, just his brow starts furrowing at Lord Arenthal, which what you know about the Qun, you would know. It's just like, this is like, Arenthal is everything the Qun hates, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is pretty obvious.
Like self-promotion, self-interest, putting yourself above the group. Like Arenthal is everything.
I mean,
Can I try
I
and
mean-
assist Damien?
when you know that the Coon is the Dragon Age like equivalent to what communism is in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little. It's like communistic Buddhism, kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's all about the community. You just do what you're supposed to do because that's what you're supposed to do.
This is very much communist versus socialist interaction going on.
It's very like anarchic socialism kind of a thing. But he after like 30 minutes of arguing, he just goes, "Very well, fine."
And logic rules the day once again.
Like they can have their Gaddock back. And he just stares at Lord Arenthal, stares at you. He looks at you, Damien, and he goes, "Thank you for your aid."
No problem.
And then he looks at Lord Arenthal and he says,
Be grateful that my purpose here is not to bring you the Kyun.
And then just they walk out with a retainer to go fetch their Gatlock.
Oh, okay. Well,
As they leave, the guy who keeps staring at Hisra, not so much anymore, but the guy who did, he's, by the way, he's shirtless. Patro's the only one who has like
clothing.
Yeah.
Wait, they are shirtless?
Yeah, they've been shirtless.
Most Kunari go shirtless because there's
Oh,
like
guys.
no clothes that are made to
off
keep
my
them.
shirt.
Yeah, he's wearing Tetra in Caddis, like the paint that hardens their skin. Like they're wearing that.
Upon seeing them shirtless, I would take off my shirt.
It's like,
Oh God.
Well, that would have been back at
which
the
is very
tavern.
difficult because you're in armor.
I
Yeah,
don't care.
you're
Well,
wearing
it's
armor now.
God damn it! He's just so distracting and unlatching everything. Ugh. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he hands he just kind of hands Damien something, and then just like walks
Ooh,
off.
what's this?
Yeah. So it looks like it's carved of bone. It looks like a little shield, kind of with a thing.
Interesting.
Which this is a marker of Kunari. Basically, it states that you have aided the Kunari people in something.
In some way. Oh,
Yeah, it can be
Because
used
that can't
as like,
backfire on us.
well, it can be used as kind of like a get out of jail free card with the Kunari. There's like
We
a
will
Oh,
need
I am
this.
going to hold this above this room's head.
Yeah, you could stop it. Probably. They might listen to what you have to
You
say.
can be like, I'm in favor of your race, bitch.
Yeah. Now, this isn't like you haven't been given like a hero's medal or anything.
Oh, no.
They'll just maybe give you the time of day kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But
No,
it's,
I'm still
it's
holding it
useful.
over his head.
Yeah, you could also like theoretically you might be able to like if like you needed passage on a Kunari ship, you could trade this over to them and they would like give you passage or something.
That's fun. Yeah, that's cool.
So that's kind of a thing you could do with it as well. But yeah, he just hands that to you, but you can do that as you wish. The group's got that. You have a Kunari marker of the people.
Okay.
Um,
Write that down in my inventory.
yeah, and your business there is concluded.
Yay, we should probably go see Red Fist because he needs.
Yeah. Is there anything else? I know Hisra,
Yes.
you wanted to go to the ceremony.
Yeah, I want to go.
Yeah, for Clarissa. So yeah, they have basically.
I'll go with him.
Oh, cool, awesome. There's a intern ceremony in the circle, and it's not a burial. They don't bury no Andrastian bury their dead. They
They
burn 'em.
cremate their death.
Yeah, they burn them. Elves bury their dead. Dwarves bury their dead. Most humans burn their dead.
Yeah. Navarra, you have the necropolis.
Yeah, you got the necropolis, but these guys burn their
Navarra, you use
proper
your dead.
Andrastians. So yeah, they have a burning ceremony. The flame is blue, which is just like a unique mage fire, basically. And you go to the ceremony, and it's everyone's a little solemn, just kind of watching the body get inert, and like the flames being set up and everything. And some of the people you kind of partied with that were her friends, they kind of like come up to you and like kind of give you like a nod of like, "Yep." And a couple of them kind of like, a couple of them like kind of like just grip your shoulder and they just like stare at you. But no words. They don't say anything to you. A couple, you see two guys who are kind of off in the corner, just like heads down, like just for you, they would say they look full of shame, and you recognize them as the two guys who like ran out.
Those two guys?
Yeah, the guys who like, if you want to leave now, you should leave now. The guys that left when
They
they said
kind of
that.
ran.
Yeah, they just look like full of like just shame.
Where are they standing?
Just kind of off off a little bit from the group, but they're kind of like a little bit behind the circle, just kind of around the body.
As this is going on, I kind of walk up to them and I put my hands on their shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
and I go, Eileen, go. There's no shame in wanting to live.
Yeah, the girl starts crying. Quietly, but crying. And the guy's just like shoulders like really fronts just sitting down, and he just goes, I just feel like such a coward.
Well, you're alive now.
You've seen this before. This is Survivor's Guild.
Yeah. You're alive now. So next time you have the chance to be brave, take it.
Why don't you give me a communication persuasion test there, buddy?
To see if they're brave next time.
We'll see if you inspire them. Is just the thing.
12.
12.
Your 12s are back!
Yeah. So he kind of like still shivers, but he kind of looks up. He goes, "Right." And the other girl kind of like uses her robe to like wipe her eyes, and she just nods.
So they're not burning her in front of us, right?
No, they are. That's the thing.
Okay.
They are.
No, that's definitely
Yeah.
an Andrastian thing. They burn their dead in front of people. It's a ceremony.
Alright, I'm listening. That makes this moment a little weirder, I'll be honest. It's like it's not like a Viking funeral in the distance. I'm just watching her being burned.
No. That's more of there are certain cultures within like Ferelden and the Free Marches and stuff that will do that stuff. But Tantervale don't do that. Also, mages have their own thing. This is kind of more of a mage ceremony. And as like they begin to like inure the body, one of the high enchanters, one of the kind of not the first, but like the guys who's kind of more in charge. He begins to speak words about Clarissa and how she was always a troublesome girl and always sticking her nose into other people's business, and that we are all the lesser for her loss. That she, no, not that kind of way.
Oh, okay.
That's
Sorry.
right. It's like she was such a troublesome, pig-headed girl, and we are all thankful that she was that way.
Okay. Never mind then. Yay!
Yay.
Sorry.
And that she was, all of us are lessened for her loss. That she was to become a great mage, but she instead became a hero. And they words, and you feel kind of someone come up next to you as you're kind of just staring at this, and just say, "Quite a beautiful ceremony."
Do I recognize this person?
You kind of turn to them and no, you've never seen them. And actually, you do. You do. You recognize them for a second. You never met them, but you've seen them at the feast before the tournament started. They were sitting right next to Lord Arenthal.
Okay.
You're pretty sure this is the first enchanter of the circle.
Oh. Well, I look at him and go, well, she was a beautiful person.
I understand that you two didn't know each other long, but it seemed to have been long enough.
Yeah. I can tell when someone's good. It's because they're the exact opposite of me.
He just kind of nods. Listen, if you ever... He just kind of looks... Little thing. He just kind of looks at you. If you ever need tutoring or anything like that, you are more than welcome to come here. I know you're an apostate. It's very obvious. But I don't think the city cares. Smiles at you.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of gonna be missing the feeling of being chased out of a town with torches.
We are so sorry to disappoint you with our hospitality. But if you, and he just kind of goes, ever need any kind of tutoring or anything like that, I would be more than happy to show you a thing or two.
Thank you for the offer. If I ever do, I'll make sure I'll pick you up on it. And I hold up my hand.
Yeah, he takes it and shakes it. I want you to make a perception check. This could be seeing or empathy.
I have a perception seeing talent.
Then do that.
Cool.
Haha. I hope he's not casting magic on me.
Yep, totally just blood
Really
magic.
hate to have to fireball somebody at this girl's funeral.
Nice. Crit.
Shit. Okay. Cool. I'm just gonna give this to
I
you
see
though.
everything. I know what color underwear this guy's wearing.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally do. And as you look into his eyes, you fully face him and look into him now, and you fully realize that you know immediately. This is her dad.
Oh, snap.
And you also know what type of mage he is, just by like his garments and what he sings. He is a force mage. So basically, if you ever wanted to train in the force mage specialization, you could go to like first enchanter Clabber.
As I realized this ago, she looked a lot like you.
He nods. He looked a little surprised at first, and later, years on, because this is a legendary event you just does, there was a story told by the first enchanter to a new young batch of circle initiates, very young, about a mage he once came across, an apostate, who came in like the wind, was from nowhere, saved everything he knew. Everything he knew except one thing. But when he met him in person, he saw through him completely. It's like he was looking into my soul. Is what he says. I will never meet another like him. So cool. Part of Hiswa's legend is on.
Aw.
The hilarious part is the last time a legendary thing happened was when fucking Rosalind tackled Damien.
Yep.
The legendary tackle.
Yep.
There is one thing I want to do before I leave. I approach the pyre as it's burning, and I kind of just stand next to it and just kind of look at it and go, "We'll meet next time. You're gonna. I'll still be expecting that."
Nice.
And then I walk away.
Cool. Good shit. All right. Anything else before
Yes.
we move on?
Sorry.
Okay.
Is it Kaluna or Kalina that's the warden?
Kalina.
Kalina. Okay. No, I was rewatching last time's session. I swear it came up both ways.
Well, if it did, that's a
Yeah,
mistake.
it's fine. We
Kalina
played for
is-
4 hours. I don't blame you.
Yeah, it's true.
So, I also would like to go talk to her real quick.
Sure. Yeah, that's no problem. She. Yeah, you can find her at the tournament area. She's just still kind of looking around, just kind of sitting.
Disappointed no tourney.
She looks up and goes, shrugs.
I'm more disappointed in other things, but overall, can't complain.
Okay, yeah, I realize we turned down your offer.
Mm-hmm. She nods.
In my case, I need to go wherever we need to go, and I'm afraid the wardens would cage me in.
Mm.
Uh-huh. Okay. I only know about the wardens through stories. And I guess in a way I'm kind of asking for a favor. And I hate doing that.
Her eyebrow goes up.
My friend Cameth was one of the Templars in the Red Lyrium. I know the Grey Wardens study literally everything. Or so I've heard.
So you've heard.
If any of your mages or scholars or whatever it is you have come across anything that could be used to help remove it from someone's heart, please consider Cameth for it.
She nods. She goes, well, if anything like that comes up, I will.
Alright. Good talk.
Yeah, she just smiles at you. He goes, yep. She just watches you go.
Okay.
Alright. What is
What is that?
what is that?
I don't know.
That'd
TV
be
noise?
Joseph's problem.
No, my grandpa's being loud.
Alright. You could just move. So is there anything else anyone wants to do?
No.
What?
Sorry to keep going. At the Chantry, would Rosalind know if Mother Lorena is still there?
Yeah, she is.
Let's go talk to her real quick.
Okay.
Sorry, again, this was stuff I had planned to do when we first came to Tantervale, and I didn't know I had to push for it.
No,
Yeah,
I
I mean,
kind of have
So,
a list
sorry.
too. It's okay.
Alright,
Sorry.
it's all good.
I also want to get
So-
to Navarra, promise.
Alright, so yeah, you go to the Chantry. There's a lot of kind of injured people seem to have been moved in here for like the final part of their recovery. Though most people in here you can tell are the ones who are gonna die from their injuries. And that's why they're here.
Maker. Even
Like they're just
despite
making them
doing
comfortable, basically.
everything, we still failed so many. Starts looking around. Do you want me
Yeah,
to do perception?
No, you spot her. She's
Okay.
in her red garb and has I think a red hat on, and she's just kind of sitting next to kind of like a just a lay down. What is it called? Like a cot.
Okay.
And she's just like pouring water over like what looks like an older guardsman's like forehead, and just kind of keeping him cool.
Rosalind just stands watching her for a while, then finally goes forward.
She just kind of looks up, looks up and just looks at you.
It's been a while, Mother Lorena.
She nods.
It has, my child.
Oh, I'm sorry, perhaps you don't remember me. I'm Rosalind Eset. I was one of your
Eset, yes.
orphans here.
Yes, I remember you, and I think I don't remember many in these days, but I remember you. And she's like, I've been hearing about you a lot recently.
I try to do the Maker's work.
Whether you know it or not. And she just kind of stares at you. So have you found it?
I think I found something.
She nods. Good. Good. Gives you kind of a warm, elderly smile. Yeah, she looks older than you remember her looking.
Yeah.
Like, it's not only the years have passed, but it looks like she's just kind of gone through a lot of things. And yeah, she just looks older. Like, old.
Are you still
So
working?
many lines on her face.
Are you still working with the orphans here?
I try. Yes, I do. Though sometimes I feel like They have to more work with me sometimes. And she just kind of coughs a little bit.
Maybe you should take some water yourself.
I'm fine. It can be used to greater work than parching the throat of an old woman. So, what is it that you're going to do now?
Continue on with my party. Keep trying to do Maker's will. Keep trying to stop things like what happened here.
People say the days of adventure are long gone.
I was always a stubborn one.
You were. She just laughs and goes, "You were. I remember when you punched little little Marcus when he refused to share his bear with you. You were very stubborn that everyone should have a turn with the bear.
Well, they should
Very
have.
serious about it. I remember you staring up at me with pouty face and your little hands on the sides of your hips.
This was a good talk. Not what I was expecting, actually. I shouldn't take up more of your time.
It's quite alright. Were you expecting me to be worried of you?
I
scared,
was expecting
perhaps?
me to be angry with you. And I'm not, surprisingly.
I'm sure when you were younger you thought what I did was...
What? Potentially sending a child to be slaughtered by a Templar? A child supposed to be in your care?
Yes.
And...
But you weren't.
No.
And it looks like your life is all the better for it.
Yeah, strangely. Hence the I'm not angry.
She puts her hands up and she goes, "The Maker works through us all."
So it does. And Rosalind will leave.
She says, You go with him, my child."
Thank you.
Nods. Alright.
Thanks.
There you go. Closure.
Yep.
Anyone else?
I am now done. I have exhausted my dialogue options.
Yes. You keep going back to NPCs and they just keep going, "Oh, hey, Rosalind." You're just like, why is there only one option?
Well, is the option of Gregoire the Kiss option? Just saying. Oh, we are both busy people.
Alright, so, does someone else want to do something else? It sounded like Thistle did.
Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
I guess there's some people that I wanted to talk to, and I guess I can deal with Unity whenever we have time.
Yeah, we should look into Unity.
Yeah, because that's kind of the thing, where he was attached to Lyrium and the Templars.
Would Everest be any help with this?
You don't know?
Could I ask him? Or has Thistle brought this up with me?
I don't know. Has she?
Since it concerns Cameth, yeah, I've talked with her about it.
Okay.
Okay, AV, do you feel like chatting for a bit? I mean, it was weird with the Chantry, Mother. I expected to be, furious, and I'm not, so I'm guessing that was Truther that was furious? Or maybe I'm just maturing, which is a scary thought.
I'm pretty sure you're just maturing.
Yay! Although, puppy, seriously, we need to get one. This'll brought up something about Unity. Is there anything we could do to help? I mean, he's kind of one of your brethren.
I could help you destroy it.
No! Bad avarice.
Well, then no.
Okay.
If you don't know, avarice is sort of a corrupting force, not a purifying one like truth.
Yeah, and we're gonna work on making you nicer.
I don't want to be nicer.
Well, you live in my head. You don't get a say.
Absolutely I do.
Oh, we're gonna discuss this. But
I'm sure you will.
Anyway, I need to talk to Thistle. Goes
Sure
out
you
of her
do.
head. There's nothing he'll do besides destroy Unity. I don't think you want that.
Figured. No, not really. I'm not sure what I'm doing with this.
Can we check with the circle here?
That's an understatement.
Wait, what's an understatement? That I don't know what I'm doing?
Yeah.
I mean, I would be worried that they're gonna... I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm scared of the circle. I'm scared that they're gonna try to take me, okay?
Write up something you want me to take to them that I can say. I can go in there, no problem. Or Damien could probably go in there, no problem.
Okay.
Just do we trust him not to get
tend to do
distracted?
Wait,
I don't know
who?
about that though.
Not to get distracted by what?
Damien, by anything?
Well,
We could both go.
okay.
Or didn't Hisra make friends?
I mean, he did. So,
Friends with who?
the circle mages. So maybe...
I need to
Maybe
go
if
visit their
we-
libraries, so I have a reason to be there.
Yeah, maybe if we all went, I would feel safer, because then I would know that if they did try to take me, that...
I will beat them to a bloody pulp.
Thank you.
You do realize the circle doesn't take people.
It's the
Templars do,
Templars.
right?
Templars are there. The Templars are there, okay?
Yeah, there tends to be some lurking around.
Yeah. And not everyone knew me from a small child like Arthur did, so this is kind of a new batch of Templars.
Which some
So-
should know me, actually.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Let's just get this over with. Let's go find a healer. There.
Alright, let's go. Circle!
Deal with this.
Wait. So what are you trying to accomplish? I guess is the question.
I want to find someone who specializes in dealing with spirits and try to ask them about it.
1 minute.
And once that's resolved, Rosalind needs to go use the library for study time. Maybe demon handling for dummies.
Okay. Yeah. So if you ask that question there, basically, I will tell you with that role, nobody knows like anything about
Wait,
that.
I
there,
didn't.
officially.
Oh.
Yeah. I rolled to see if anyone
Yeah,
would be
whatever.
knowledgeable in that. And that's a 7. So.
Well, it's done.
Mm.
Are there
Yeah,
any
but-
books?
like
Yeah.
we more study
What?
not that, because most studies of the Fade are
Once again.
not greatly looked at, so we sort of stick to other things. Also, many of us are used in the army here as well, so we're more combat mages than, say...
So you have
scholars.
no healers?
No, we have healers, of
Yeah,
course.
we've been
combat
seeing
healers.
them everywhere in the city.
She goes, yes,
Oh.
again, part of the army.
So they
Of course we have
wouldn't. Has no one here ever talked to a spirit before?
Of course we have. We've all gone through our harrowing.
What's the harrowing?
Oh, right. You're an apostate. You wouldn't know about that. Yeah, he'll tell you. Like, basically, before you're allowed to become a full mage, you have to go through a harrowing, which you are temporarily possessed by a demon and have to fight it off.
You'd pass.
Thistle looks horrified. Like, absolutely. Just
Yeah,
floored.
he's like, I'm damn glad they did it, though. I'm now very good at fighting off demons.
So happy
Which is
I'm
actually
not
true.
in the order.
Which is actually true statistically. Circle mages get a bonus for fighting off demons and resisting effects.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's good to know because my backup character is the circle mage. Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, apostate mages actually are kind of the opposite. They're very
Yeah.
open to demons.
I mean, I did let myself get possessed. Granted, it was by determination, but
Yeah. So yeah, he also says like, and those who don't wish to go through the harrowing opt to become tranquil.
she still
That's
kind
putting
of
it
looks
mildly.
fucking terrified.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
No demon is possessing you. You're fine.
And can we just borrow the library for, say, an hour or two?
Yeah,
Is
I
there
have
a
some
librarian
research I'd
here?
like to do.
Yes. The librarian. You could go talk to. I believe third librarian Velig is on duty.
Third librarian Belling.
Yes.
And okay.
Careful though, he's a libertarian, and he just walks away, which doesn't fucking mean anything to you, Thistle.
Yeah.
Would it mean
I'm just
anything
like,
to Roslyn?
You don't
I
know
assumed
the
it would.
nuance. Yeah, you know a little bit about circle politics.
Yep.
I
I will explain it to her in whatever terminology it is I understand it to be.
Yeah, basically, from what you know about the libertarians, is they kind of believe the circle are like better capable of running themselves than the Templars running them, and that they should basically kind of have more kind of like say of like what's dangerous and what's not, and they basically like think that when discussing these things, like there should be more of a mage representation and things like that. So that's the kind of libertarian stance on that.
and I might actually like this guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd get along great. Let's go say hi.
Cool. So as you kind of go and kind of tell you where he is, you are led into the second floor of the circle, which is again, the circle isn't a tower here. It's a
Manor
big
house.
ass
Yep.
manor house. And as you get to the second floor and open into the west wing of it, it's all just books.
I like
Like
this place.
there's just floor to ceiling shelves with books all across it. There are like multiple levels as you just look up as it spires up. There are just books everywhere. There's several tables for reading. You see there are several mages here, and you then go over to a section, and you're kind of like third librarian Velig, and then you just hear I'm third librarian Velig, as you just see like a pile of looks like books just kind of in the air, and then you realize there's like legs attached to it, and like it slowly turns. And you see an elf.
Maker, do you need help?
He goes, nope,
Yeah.
nope. I quite
That's
honest.
really bad
I
for the
know
lumbar spine.
He goes, you don't need to tell me about these things. I've got it. You also notice he's got like a very small thing of like gold wired framed spectacles at the end of his nose. He's probably Thistle. You'd probably be able to tell he's probably like 5 years older than you are.
Okay, so he's like 30.
Yeah, basically. And he's just like, actually, a small assistance would be like much appreciated. As he just
Roslyn
kind of,
darts
you
in
get
and helps.
That side.
so yeah, you just like help him. It's just like I'm just trying to. He just like slowly like puts them down on the table, and he goes, "Thank you. I've been in charge of reorganizing our like book lineup here, and I've been trying to implement some new methods of book orientation instead of just authors." Instead of just type, also by alphabetics, like authors, things like that. Anyway, you are not of the circle. How may I help you?
Got any books on how to take care of spirits?
That is a very vague topic.
Okay, so books on spirits who have become corrupted, how to help those spirits? How to heal a spirit?
How to heal a spirit? He just kind of. He looks like he's just thinking. Well, if you're looking to heal a spirit, I would say. I believe there are several books on topic, but I will warn you, most of them are theoretical, downright hypothetical, as most seem to not be practiced. I've read a couple of those, and most of them talk about simply destroying the spirit and allowing it to reform on its own. But if you wish to not have that happen, I wouldn't know. But I believe there might be a few tomes on the top, on the topic. Come with me, and he just starts walking, off into a section, and then he climbs up a ladder very slowly. You actually, Thistle, you can tell as he climbs this really tall ladder. You can tell immediately this guy's really afraid of heights, but he's still doing it. He's just like.
Would you like me to do it?
Nope, it's my job. He's just again, he's just breathing out really hard just as he just slowly gets a foot up onto the third rung.
We'll
and
catch
just,
you if you fall, if it helps any.
What? Only, why would I fall? I'm the librarian.
How long have you been at the circle?
He just kind of looks over his shoulder at you, and he's just like, my entire life.
Oh.
I suppose I was maybe 3 or 4 when I got here.
Okay, and how long have you been a librarian? I'm gonna try to keep him climbing.
No, I got what you're doing. Yeah, he seems to speed up a little bit when he's just talking to you. And he goes, "Oh yes, I've been the librarian. I've been working in the library since I was 13. After I went through my harrowing. I just thought it was safer. I'm not really interested in magic in practice. I'm more interested in magic in theory. What it could do for people, not necessarily what it does now.
That's useful.
So I thought being in a library would help with that. And I do love order. I do love just everything. So I think there's something a little off with me because when things are out of place, I just get so angry. And here it is.
I know.
And he just,
exactly.
Yeah,
Thank you.
He pulls out a book and then another book and then a third book and then he starts to move back down a lot quicker. And he goes, these might help you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Again, will warn you, mostly hypothetical and theoretical.
Which ones would you say have the best practical method?
I'm not sure. Probably the Gojin's Guide to Spirits might have a little more, which is, he points at the middle book. The other two more have aren't focused on spirits, but they do have chapters about certain interactions with them and might help. I don't know.
What about if there was a spirit in someone's head? Friendly. Very friendly. Not possession, our abomination.
That doesn't exist.
Uh-huh. Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Maybe you don't exist.
He goes, "Who says I'm not possessing you?"
We'll talk about this later, darling.
I'm sure you will.
Well, Thistle, we have research.
Alright. And thank you so much again.
Of course, if you need anything else, I will be here.
Okay. And I go sit down and I start just leaping through, trying to find stuff.
Yeah. Why don't you give me a...
Anything I could do to help.
Yes, you can aid.
Cool.
Yeah, if you help her, she'll get a +2. Cool. So a cunning arcane lore test.
Ooh, yeah. What was that?
15.
15
17
with...
total?
Oh, 17.
Yep,
cool.
17 total.
Yeah, so most of the research you have found, when they find spirits have been corrupted by mages, the like basically it states like it depends on how long they've been corrupted. But if it's been too long, the kindest thing to do is to destroy it, and as it will reform on its own, but it will never be the same like what it was. It'll be like if a spirit of like knowledge was corrupted and then destroyed, it will still come back as a spirit of knowledge, but it wouldn't really be like the same one.
Mm-hmm. So can I guesstimate like how long Unity has been corrupted?
You have no clue.
So
yeah, you definitely don't really know that.
Oh no.
And it talks about length, but then it also says like time in the like the fade moves differently, and it depends on where in the fade. So it's very it's rather insightful about spirits. This guy, the name of the author is a guy named Gojin Pai.
Sorry, unfortunate name.
Yeah, well, it's Pye, but yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and the book is just called Gojin's Guide to Spirits. Yeah, and it seems pretty insightful.
All right.
But actually, like healing, like there talks about how spirits can be wounded, and they can be healed with basic application of willpower in the fade.
Hear that, Avi? I can hurt you.
He goes, "I'm not a spirit."
Same principle.
Sure.
Do we need to do like couples counseling for you two or something?
Eventually,
Because
yes.
it seems like you're arguing in your head a lot.
No, it's playful banter. I'm sure he'd tell me if I ever cross the line.
There's gonna be a lot of moments where he will tell you that you're crossing lines.
Yeah, but yeah, most of the information you could definitely use to aid you when interacting with spirits in the future. Like gaining this kind of information would definitely help. Thoughts on Unity, that is such a thing. Like basically no one's really come across that before. This guy talks about how he's found corrupted spirits, but basically the only thing he's been able to do through them is destroy them, or if it basically he was present when they were corrupted, then he can reverse the effects. But he says the effects were only reversed when the I found that the effects can only be reversed when I was present at it, and when the mages who did it willpower no longer was an issue, which you turn to think that he killed them.
Okay. And do we know... Like,
this guy seems to have, like, a direct uber hatred of Maleficarum.
Yeah.
He tries not to, but there are some passages that he kind of rambles in about, like, stupid mages fucking with shit they don't understand, and things like that. This guy seems, like, uber opinionated about things. And a couple of the passages, like, have nothing to do with what the topics of the book is talking about. He just sort of rambles and just kind of leaves it in.
He did not have a good editor, but...
You don't think he had an editor?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, all these books are handwritten and stuff, so... he kind of just goes on and on about just, like, stupid mages not understanding what they do, and, like, when they do, it's even worse, and all this stuff.
And the entire time, I just start to feel worse and worse and worse.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then, though he does, I think it comes across something you understand. He says there is a rare form when a bond happens, when a spirit and a mage goals align, and their true selves align, and that they aid one another and can, in some instances, become one.
Huh. Okay, so that makes me feel less like a freak.
Cat's thistle shoulder.
He says there's a situation that he's very vague about it, but like a situation with a spirit of valor. that he was he was familiar with, where something similar happened.
And it specifically says the spirit of valor.
Yeah, the one like he's familiar with, but he says in theory it should work with any real spirit.
And nothing about whatever AV is.
No, not really.
Okay.
17. You get a bit, something that kind of piques your interest in one of the other books. It kind of states something about echoes. That a person could leave such an imprint upon the Fade that when they die, the Fade energy gathers and forms a spirit or a demon or something in the likeness of a dead person. It would not actually be that dead person. Though then it says, though the Chantry would state that it is the soul of those moved on, this is of course a misunderstanding of how the Fade works, and kind of goes on a little bit on that. So yeah.
So Avarice could be a very powerful or strong echo.
Huh.
That's one theory.
Yeah, that is a theory.
I mean, we haven't worked through it or tested it anyway, so it's only a hypothesis, really. But
Amy, are you an echo?
Thank you for so many people don't understand that. Okay. He goes. Am I an echo? I don't understand the question.
It explains the book thing they've been reading.
He goes. Yeah. He just kind of. It sounds like he's thinking, and he just goes. Anything's possible, I suppose.
You know, I'm trying to be a good... whatever it is our relationship is to you.
Mm-hmm. Host.
Host. Okay, I'm trying to be a good host. I really am. Because we're going to be stuck with each other.
You're a very good host, Rosalind.
Thank you. Not sure if that's actually a compliment now that I think about it.
Yeah, but as I'm a spirit of avarice, I see gaining nothing in telling you more about myself.
Other than I could treat you better?
Or the relationship could improve. Of course, I'm not hearing any of this.
Yeah, like he just shows.
Actually, does she have paper to write with?
If you want to get paper, that is a thing you could do.
Let's do that. So every time Avi starts talking, she starts writing down what Everest is saying. That way Thistle can be in on it.
Direct the voice of their spirit out of the book. Isn't that a thing that they can do?
Yeah, but yeah, he just doesn't say anything more on that.
So is he just sort of living in a pocket of your mind? So is it just sort of cordoned off from the rest of you, or can he just take total control at any second?
He hasn't,
Rosalind, you don't know.
Hasn't taken control yet. The time I visited him in my head, he had like his own little cabin thing. Does that help?
So I'm thinking that we're both dealing with some rather unique situations here, and
yeah,
we should probably start writing this stuff down. Just
who knows? You could have a memoir about it by the end of the game.
So we can sift through this.
Yeah.
Also, you do know that the book, The Gojin's Guide to Spirits, was published 4 years ago.
Is this guy still around?
So he's still alive. Possibly.
Most likely, yeah.
Could we track him down?
He died shortly after writing.
I mean, anything's possible. I mean,
he died right after you asked if he was still alive.
You could ask. I mean, do you want?
Yeah,
do you want to ask Velig?
I go ask Velig about Gojin.
He goes, Gojin Pai? Well, he might still be alive. I don't know. He's a unique fellow, from what I understand.
You've
He,
met him.
no, no, he's not from around here. He's Ferelden. But he apparently, he's just like, from what there's rumors about him, but apparently he has a, well, some say he's in some kind of shadowy secret organization for the Ferelden government. Others say he has a unique special dispensation and rank among the Ferelden government. In that such, he is not in a circle currently. He is out in the world.
Remember the next file?
So he's the mage brother Genitivi?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Brother Genitivi, he's one of the most famous scholars. Even I know this name.
Yeah, they think, oh yes, Genitivi, yes, he died a few years ago, if I recall.
Oh, sorry, I did not know he was dead in this verse.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, bad warden.
Who said that?
Because it's an option. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
Is there anyone that you know of who's in contact with him?
Gojin Pie? Oh gosh. Like, he goes, well, I mean, he's got friends, you know, for Eldons and whatnot. He might have, no, I do actually. I do. I'm aware of. I remember reading in a biography of his. He had a dwarven friend. What was his name? It was a dwarf from Orzammar. I believe his name was Stagon. Hold on. Hold on. I actually didn't think I was gonna pull this stuff up today, so hold on.
Sorry. Yeah, we're supposed to be in
All
Navarra,
good.
darn it.
You're all good.
Although that reminds
It's
me,
our
when
job
this,
as players.
when this is done, we need to go introduce Camif to your bird. I want connection here.
Yeah. He goes,
I mean, I've met
okay.
him.
You
Okay,
forgot
cool.
about me.
Okay, then
Right.
we don't. Never mind. Moving on.
I wanted
Yeah,
to
he
play
goes-
with my Dracolyth.
So his real name I believe is Bothan, but he is noted in most things by the name of Hammerhead.
Hammerhead.
Interesting.
Okay. And do you know any particular haunts of this guy? Where he, you know,
Orzammar?
so he just stays in Orzammar. Okay, I didn't know. If
I don't
was-
know. I really don't know. Quite honestly.
I think you're asking the wrong man for the information that you're thinking.
Okay.
Possibly.
Well, thank you for your time. I think we have everything we need.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you know where I can just get my own copy of Gojin's Guide? I doubt that this is widely available to the public.
Oh, yeah, not really. But I was given permission from the First Enchanter because you are the group that helped save everyone. I'm allowed to give you. There are certain books I'm authorized to give you. That is one. Well,
Okay.
it's more that I'm authorized to not give you certain books, and that is not one of them. So.
That's good.
Yeah, we don't need
looks
an extra
around
knowledge.
longingly at all the books, like, can I just bring them all? I probably don't need most of
Specifically
them,
the one
but
that's bound in skin and written in blood. Specifically that one.
Yeah, if you wish, there's nothing malicious in that book. So if you wish to take Gojin's Guide to Spirits, you
okay.
absolutely may.
Not the blood book.
Yeah, not the Necronomicon, please.
No, the Necronomicon is, I think, is only for private viewing.
Oh my god, that is how an actual library would work, though.
Dead by Dawn.
Only
Dead by
for
Dawn.
5 gold can you see.
No, you have to pay. I think a fee of 5 gold, and you have to first recite the safe words of Klaatu Barada Niktu.
I'm glad that you knew them off the top of your head. 'Cause I didn't.
Of course I do.
Oh my god.
Dead by Dawn.
Okay, so I now have Gojin's Guide to Spirits, and so this other one that talks about echoes. Am I allowed to take that one as well?
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that I think that is I think that is I actually have a name for this. Tensor's manual of strange fade encounters.
Strange things and monsters. Okay. And do you have anything else on echoes, by any chance?
I don't exactly know what the subject of what an echo is.
Show him book.
Spirit of a person imprints on the fade.
I gave you all the books I'm aware of that that talk directly about spirits, correlations with the fade in that in the manner you spoke of. There's others that simply categorize spirits, and there's many books on those.
Actually, it might be useful to know more about Unity. Can I take a look at one of those?
Oh, sure. And yeah, I think he grabs you. The Codex Animus.
Cool.
And can I just kind of like flip through, find a section on Unity or on Determination, either one, if it's listed there?
I mean, it would take you a while. It's a big book.
Oh boy.
So if you want to just take it, he'll let you take those 3 books.
Okay, that is fantastic. Thank you so much. Although I feel like I should pay for these.
We always could use donations.
How much would you recommend?
Those 3 books, 50 silver? No, 25.
Hands him a gold.
Is that too much? 15?
Actually, yeah, I was just gonna hand him a gold.
He just goes, I don't know if I can break this.
No, keep it.
No,
The circle needs funding.
Terribly kind of you.
Of
Thank you so much.
course. Let me put this in my pocket right here, and
And then he just looks at the money gold. He goes, I have to hand this. And he just starts looking around to for someone in charge.
like we
have,
never
have,
get
a,
to
have a
build
great
this
day. And he just wanders off.
Okay. So I need to go grab some stuff and then go talk to people real quick
Alright.
before we leave.
Alright, what do you need to talk to? What are you doing?
I wanted to go put together sort of like a little.
I need you to get out of Tantervale before the session ends.
Yes, I'm going fast.
There are plans of other things going in motion, and there's some promises to be made, and I need to get you the fuck out of this city.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So don't apologize. It's your game. So so you do what you want to do.
I wanted to put together 2 little kits of just some healing potions and some bandages and some basic salves.
So just
and then
full kits.
Yeah. So how much would
Okay.
that cost me?
A lot.
If I'm pulling from my own stuff.
I'd probably say 50 I'd probably say 50 silver to get a complete packs. So some
50
complete packs.
Okay. So, and then let's see. Hold on, I gotta do math here. Okay. Okay, so then I wanted to go give one to Ander and then give until girl.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, Laurel greatly appreciates it, because thank you so much. Really appreciate all your help and whatnot.
Aw. Actually, for doing
yeah.
shopping real quick, can I go look for books?
What kind of books?
More book.
Anything on Chevalier culture.
Oh, Chevalier? Yeah, most of the books you find on Chevalier are like... They're kind of like romance novels.
Good enough.
I mean, in theory, if you're reading the biography of a Chevalier, it's probably written like a romance novel.
A little bit. Yeah, I mean, the actual books on more Chevalier, that would be kind of more in Orlais, but in Tangervale, they have, like, you know, the smutty
Chevalier
books.
biography.
It's a start.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure Flora will appreciate them once I'm done.
Like, there's one called The Chevalier's Desire, there's another called The Knight's Temptation.
I thought you just.
Like, there's like, I think another, I think it says, like, you know, a kiss of a chevalier, stuff like that.
But she's
She'll buy
experienced
all
in real
three.
life.
And,
There is another. One second.
and if actually they have anything that would be a children's book, something for Neil to read or practice reading on.
Practice reading.
Thank
Yeah,
you for
there's-
listening to me when I
there's-
was at
Like a primer.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some, like, not like school books or anything, but like, yeah, there's like child books.
Okay.
There's none that really help a child read because that's not a thing you
Yeah,
sell in
but-
the library.
You know, practice.
That's
So
definitely a
no
thing.
hooked on phonics. Okay.
Oh my god, 1 second, my brain just shut off.
Neil will have adults around him that can help.
Yes. Specifically me, since I actually have schooling, for lack of a better term.
So do I. I'm assuming Thistle has
Oh, yeah,
some
that-
form of education, given she's done reading and research. Actually, not sure about Beanie or Hisra.
From my parents, yeah. Like, at this point, the majority of people who are literate would either
most
have been
people are
taught
literate.
at home or in
Yeah.
schools.
True.
Yeah.
Most
There is
people probably
also,
have.
by the way, there is also a book series that has a female chevalier as the thing called.
Oh, Evelyn.
It's called Swords and Shields.
I feel I need to read this series. I don't
feel
know
like
why, but I
by
feel
a guy
drawn to
named,
it.
by a guy named Varric Tethras.
Wait, Tethras. Didn't Kenneth like that author? Huh.
Hmm?
Maybe it's worth checking out.
That's fun.
Okay, so she's buying 4 adult books and 1 child book.
Okay, sounds good.
How much
I
is
would
that
like it
costing
said I
me?
am literate.
Yeah, no, we know
You may borrow my smutty books that Hisra once I'm done with them.
if you're a mage, you have to be literate.
Most mages have to be literate, yeah. I mean, there are hedge mages, I assume, but not... Maybe.
I'm the smartest person here.
Also, just a blank book that she could write in.
Like a journal, yeah,
Yeah.
you can buy that.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know, just give me like 15 silver.
Done.
I think the name of this session should be renamed to Reading Rainbow.
No.
All in favor, say aye.
Hi.
That's adorable. You think this is a democracy?
All in favor of us becoming gods, say aye.
I.
No,
Too
because
soon.
About to say, like,
You're gonna
you had
make
that
her-
option.
I hate that lady already.
I do
I'm
too.
gonna have PTSD.
Anything else?
No,
I
I'm
just
good.
have to deal with Unity, and that can happen whenever.
I would like to.
Well, I
Assuming-
mean, if you want to, like, I'll just tell you right now, if you go back to Yalings, the people that were affected with the mark are all dead.
No.
Fucking hell.
And you can tell without rolling, I'll just give this to you, that Unity is no longer connected to them.
Does something happen to him?
Maybe?
And he's probably something bad.
Maybe? You don't know.
And I waited too long to do anything. So yeah, now a whole bunch of people are dead. So she's gonna go and try to do stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, seeing as how Damien is usually left to his own devices because he doesn't use magic and stuff, or have spirits living in his head, now would be a good time to get the horses and his Dracolist ready for the ride.
Yeah. No, I have assumed,
Dude,
Damien. Yeah, you actually have a new carriage.
Ooh, fancy.
Yep. It has like legitly. 1 second. I have a thing.
Does it have a roof? Because I don't think ours had a roof.
No,
it has
I did
a
not.
It is a covered.
Flora was
covered
quite annoyed
carriage.
with that.
Yeah, and it is pulled by I think
Rhinoceroses? That'd be cool. Of course, I have sat Neil as I'm doing this work, getting the horses and all that ready. I have sat him upon the back of my Dracolist.
Oh boy.
Aww.
As
yes.
one does.
Oh, so yes. It is actually pulled by Bronto.
Oh, so
Aw.
it is kind of pulled by rhinoceroses.
Yeah.
What happened to
What's
Tony
being
the
pulled by
Ox?
Yeah, so we now have 2 extra oxen.
Yep.
So
You still have your old cart. That's still a thing.
oh,
You just
So
have
we
a
have
new
2
one.
carts.
Do we need 2
So,
carts?
like,
I don't know.
you could hitch a cart. I could hitch the old
You
cart
could.
to the new cart, and seeing as how we have 3 oxen and a bunch of horses, it could easily pull.
You do not have 3
You
oxen and a
can't-
bunch of horses. You have
can't just
If I remember
put
correctly, we had like 3 horses because
you have 2 oxen, 2 Bronto, and 2 horses.
that's enough to pull 2 carts.
Wait, we only have 2 horses.
2
I thought
Bronto
we-
are like
Didn't we all each have individual horses?
Yeah, that was the thing.
I feel like we had a bunch
That's how
of
we
horses.
got here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. I mean, you also had the cart. You did, yeah. You do.
Well, keep in mind that we've had the danger cart for a long time. now,
Yeah.
so.
So we have 2 oxen, 2 Bronto, and 5 horses.
You
Yeah.
all have horses. This cart is mine though, because I can't ride a horse.
I have a
True.
Dracolist. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Yeah, that's like the thing. It would probably be really expensive for you guys to keeping all those horses stabling all the time.
Yeah.
Probably sell some of that.
Yeah, well, because like the carriage
Sorry,
is
you gotta
like
get-
a traveling nice ass carriage.
Well,
So
So
okay.
can we transfer everything from the old carriage into this one?
Yeah, I mean,
yes.
it's got a roof
I
and
should do.
stuff up
Maybe
top.
maybe I've spent my time trying to sell these excess traveling things. That,
Yeah.
Goodbye,
they'll take 'em.
Tony the Ox. You will be missed.
I mean,
Yeah, by the way, the 2 Bronto can uber easily carry both carts, like connected
Yeah.
to one another, and all of you, and all that stuff.
that depends.
So let's just sell the ox then and
They
keep
can
both
literally
carts.
carry something like 2 fucking Bronto can literally, like, without being remotely encumbered, carry something like 50 tons. Like they don't give a shit.
Oh, well, okay.
Like, look at it. Yeah, no.
Feeding them is expensive.
They don't give a shit. Like they drag rocks uphill
Yeah.
from underground. Like they
These
don't
are
care.
dwarven beasts. They're used to
Yeah.
it.
How often do you need to feed Broncha? And like order them?
Not super often, actually.
They're like really good
I asked
camels.
that because
Well,
I
no,
don't-
they're basically like underground camels. Like they can go very long
Okay.
without eating.
I like this.
makes sense.
Yeah, no, they're like basically the most ideal pack animals,
Okay.
which
Well,
is
that
why he
helps.
gave to you.
Helps to know now because I really didn't know. I just know from looking at the book that they look like rhinos, and that was
They
pretty
do
cool.
look like rhinos, yes. Yeah, they're actually based on brontotheres, which are prehistoric mammals.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm doing that. It depends on what everyone wants to keep, and then I can shine.
Well, if we don't really need the ox, then we can probably let them go. I would personally like to keep my own horse. Just because I'm
Yeah.
doing Chevalier Speculation at 14.
You can keep
Yeah.
your own. I mean, it's not a war horse. You can't use it in combat.
Yeah, okay. Well, eventually I will get there, and it's many levels away.
Yeah.
Because remember,
I
how
mean,
she
you
has
could
to
just
learn
you could
how to
get a
master
warhorse in between here and there.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, we need to get out of the city.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm doing that.
Cool. So how many horses you gonna sell?
Let's see. Neil can ride on my Dracolis, so I'm taking care of.
I mean, he's gonna hate it for like the hours upon hours of travel that would.
Oh, he
Just
is.
put him in the carriage.
Yeah.
Oh
You
yeah.
can trade him around.
You have okay. I just want to tell you, this carriage is the equivalent of a medieval limousine. Like all of you could just chill in it.
Is there anything Neil would like before we leave? Toys, coloring books,
Yeah.
puzzles?
Yeah, I've kind of carried. I can do all that.
No, go sell our stuff. We'll go buy
Like a
stuff.
knife,
Yeah.
personally, like he
I'll
would like
take
a
care.
sword, is what he wants.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Not yet. I will get you a training sword.
He has
Yeah.
one.
That's
He's
As
already
soon
got
as he
one.
learns how to wield that, we'll talk about a real one.
Yep.
And
I
maybe a
did that
shield
all-
if you're really good.
have that. Didn't we have that conversation?
You did.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I just forgot.
Although I will say that Adult Neil later in life will be good with a spear. Expect him later on.
This Neil seems to just keep screaming that he wants a sword.
Child, give it time.
Yeah. So, how many horses are you selling?
Let's see. So, if people really don't want to ride horses except for Roslyn, then I think we could sell all of them except for one.
So that's 1, 2. Haleth took his horse, so
Mhm.
Is
that's
Andrew keeping
one,
his warhorse, or the warhorse we picked up and he took because I killed his original one?
yeah, he's keeping.
Sorry, buddy.
His.
You never
keeping
had a
that.
horse.
So
so-
actually, yeah, you actually only really had 3 horses. So
Keep the warhorse and sell the other two.
well, you
Yes,
don't.
if-
So
Andrew has the warhorse.
Anders
We
has
don't.
the warhorse. He's
Oh,
keeping.
I'm
I'm
not going to
sorry.
take that away from him.
Oh, I'm
Uh,
sorry. I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
can.
you only have 3 horses, not counting the warhorse.
Okay.
So you could sell. That's one.
Yeah.
One used to be yours. One was Thistle's, and
Actually,
I'd
what
like
does
to
a
keep
warhorse
mine.
cost?
you want to keep yours. Okay.
Mhm.
How much is what?
A warhorse cost.
You can't buy one at a stable. You have to find a guy who trains them.
Okay, sorry.
She's just asking just because she needs to know for later.
Yeah. No, you
No,
can
I was
find
more
it.
thinking Gregwa's people know horses, so therefore Gregwa would know
Yeah.
horses.
No. Yes.
Great first date material.
Yeah, they are horse trainers.
But no, okay. I will look later.
Cool. So how many horses are you selling?
I guess.
Sounds like
all
one.
except one.
It sounds like you're only selling one because Thistle wants to keep her
Yeah.
horse.
Mhm.
Okay.
Think we're selling one
again,
horse to
I'm giving you
Oxen?
the carrot just to be nice because there are a lot of overland travel rules, and if you only ride horses, there are some negatives. That's why you have the thing. If you want to keep the horse and just have it drag alongside the carriage, that's something you could do.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. I'll sell the horse.
Oh, you can keep the horse. Don't let me sway you. I'm just telling you the realities of the situations.
It would be nice if someone just drafted up here. This is what you need. We need.
It's like I'm going to travel 500 miles. Would I like to ride this motorcycle or sit in this limousine?
Little of both, actually.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I'm getting rid
I
of the
mean,
horse.
if you're like fuck that motorcycle, fuck yeah, then like yeah, keep the horse.
Yeah, exactly.
I like my Dracolith. He
I know,
was
you
a
have a
present.
Dracolis. Yeah, no, he's cool. And the Dracolis is war trained, so you can ride. He's not afraid of combat.
Oh, it's a he. Darn.
He was not.
Could have tried to get it to
he's-
foal, and then I could have had the foal.
No, Snarl is a dude.
Darn it.
Nah.
Yeah. Female Dracolisks are unwritable, unfortunately.
Aw. We need to go
Although
stud
we
him
are
out,
going to
Damien.
Navarre, so we might find another one.
Going
True.
full Royard Kipling, apparently.
But I remember female dragons are more aggressive breed.
Yeah, no, female Dracolisks are bigger and infinitely more aggressive.
I'll get a bogcorn one day. Show you both.
Oh my god.
Okay, whatever. So I guess I'm
Okay.
selling one horse, oxen, and a cart. is what I'm doing.
Yeah,
How
one
much
horse,
would it-
oxen. You gonna sell the cart?
The
They never said if
Brontos
they wanted to
could
keep
pull
it.
the danger cart as well as their limo
Oh yeah,
cart.
that's true.
Yeah, I mean, you could use it for like just
Okay.
stuff.
Additional
Extra
storage.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
I don't want to be sitting with
so I
two
guess-
corpses in the front.
Yeah.
all right. So I guess that will be
So-
2 oxen and a horse.
2 oxen and a horse. Okay.
I could sell them to a farmer.
So that's
Sounds good.
There's not really many farmers in Tannerville.
No.
Do you think there'd be?
No, they're
farmers
really
everywhere?
qualified.
the
Quality.
the land isn't good for growing. That's why they're
No.
all
Oh,
merchants.
Exactly.
well, oxes are good for pulling stuff.
Very
They
good
are good
quality
for
ox, though, and horses.
Yeah, a horse.
Horse.
So that's
Well, this
Oh, we're
horse is
selling
a
two.
for
that
the
we ate.
selling the saddle, the horse, and the 2 oxen. You could probably make out with. I mean, you're pretty persuasive. I'll say you could basically make out with a gold.
All right,
Is
cool.
that going into our communal funds, or are we splitting it, or what are we doing with it?
I mean, it was your
I
guys'
can pocket it for now, and then we can split it here in a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because remember, I'm by myself at this point because everyone
True.
ran off to go buy books.
Yes, and you'll be happy when we have something to keep Neil occupied.
Yes,
Yeah.
that will be good.
And the wagons. The
keep
new
in
wagon
mind
you got
that,
is
you know,
really
when-
nice.
I have no like when my character is very limited on what he can do. Like where it's
He's,
like
but-
I have no need for magic or
Yeah.
any
Anyway,
of that silly stuff.
just to let you know, the wagon you have, the covered wagon, it's not covered. It's like a proper, nice traveling carriage.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You actually can tell it is reinforced.
Nice.
So that is a thing.
Reinforced wagons are good wagons. to have.
Yeah, especially because we get attacked a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's see what else could I do. I have new armor. I'm taking care of on that.
How much does yarn cost again?
Gonna keep that sword
Yarn?
just in case.
Mhm.
But
Hold on.
yarn, it's like a couple copper pieces, right?
It's not much.
Oh, I 2 copper. That's what I would do.
Enough to make several sweaters.
Aww.
Oh, okay. So a lot
We'll call it. Yeah, I'm not.
for like
let's
a
see. I see linen, silk. Yeah, I think. Okay. Here we go. Yarn, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so if you want like a
Making
10-yard
sweaters.
bolt of it, that's about 20 silver.
Anything Flora would like before we leave?
Okay, so
that's
wait.
what I-
Laura has already
bolt?
bought these things.
Okay, just
Yeah.
checking.
Yeah, you know.
Obviously we have to collect.
They big thing, a bunch of yarn
Evangeline
wrapped
and,
around it. They don't have like the little. They don't have like modern craft.
They
store
don't
like
have a.
wrap-ups.
They don't have a skein of yarn.
No, unfortunately.
I know we have to collect Evangeline and Red Fist.
No, because a bolt is like
Uh.
that's fabric terms. That's not. Wait, what?
Right. Yeah, I know, but that's what they put it in. So I'm like, all right.
Okay, whatever. Okay, that's
Yeah,
really weird, and
it's-
that's
we have
really
to collect
confusing.
Yeah,
Red Fist
it's
and
it's
Evangeline.
10 yards of
Yeah.
yarn.
Oh,
Oh, wait, no. Sorry, no. No, it's not. One second.
That would be a very small ball of yarn.
I say like, no, I'm looking at the wrong thing. 1 second.
I have a quick question.
Okay. So, for 10 square yards of yarn, it is 5 silver, and then you can get multiple.
Okay, I'm gonna. So I'll go. Wait, it's 10 silver. You said
5 silver.
5 silver. Okay. So it's 10 square yards. So. Oh, let's just stock up. Okay, so I'm gonna pay
No, good. Sorry.
for
Feel like I interrupted you.
I
50.
you do it.
50 silver.
All right, sounds good.
Did you,
You
ever
buy
replace
all
your
of their
lamp?
yarn.
Wait, what?
You
The
buy
lamp
all
that
the
we
places
destroyed when we fought in the ancient elves' place. You had one, and then you used it to set fire to the things I can't remember what they're called.
I smashed the living crap out of that thing.
Yeah, I just realized I don't have torches anymore, so I should probably buy some.
So how much
Do
yarn
you
is
have a
that
glowstone or something like that?
again? What were the units?
So that would be 100 square yards of yarn.
Awesome.
There
That's
would be a lot
wow.
of knitting on this
That's
trip.
a lot of yarn. You basically covered an entire football field in yarn.
Which you would be surprised at how little that can actually make. So I just have a crate of yarn now. Awesome.
Yeah, basically.
It's dyed,
Actually, I have to
correct?
load
I
that
don't
up
have to
on
dye it myself.
If you wanted it to be dyed, it could be
Whatever.
color. I don't care enough. That's fine.
Yeah, whatever. I paid for it. It's cool.
Yeah.
This dude made a lot of money just now.
Yeah, he did. He's happy. So,
Okay.
anything else?
Torches.
Um,
I don't
okay,
have
bye,
any
Dora.
anymore.
All right.
I,
You can
I had
buy
to ask a
torches.
story question, but okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
What is the story question?
Seeing as how they kind of just left Damien there to get the cart ready. I
Well, this is
assumed
over the
you have-
period of a week. I'll just tell you.
Yeah.
Like, you have a
Oh.
week.
Okay, I thought
Is
this
it-
was just a day.
No,
Oh.
this is over the period of a week. They've been going around doing stuff every other day or so.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. So, I assume after getting all the stuff ready to leave and getting all that stuff sold, he would go collect Red Fist and Evangeline eventually.
Yeah, definitely. No,
Yeah.
we
Them that-
don't. You can just. I'm not going to say, "Oh, you left
Ready.
them behind." I'm not a dick. Like, yeah, if you
No.
once you head out, I assume they're with you. Unless
I assumed he was coming with us.
They're not.
Yeah. That's the whole point, is that we have to take him there.
Yeah.
No, but the main question that I wanted to ask was, I was going to ask Evangeline, hey, is your dad coming back to Navarro with you, or what's up with him since
She
we left?
says he's already gone.
Oh, he's already gone? Okay. Well,
Yeah, he left.
was-
I don't know where.
Yeah.
He didn't even say goodbye.
yeah. That sounds about his style.
By the way, a torch is 10 copper pieces. If you want to
10.
know.
Okay, so 100 copper. So
one
one silver. Cool.
Once every 50.
Also, probably need to replenish my tea supply.
You put the amount you think that would cost, because I got.
Okay. Sorry.
No, don't apologize. It's great. It's great that you're buying tea. I love it. I
know. We gotta get out of here.
Out of here.
Oh yeah, as a side note, I'm buying a whole bunch of ale.
I
know,
assumed
yeah, I
you
got
still
it.
had.
We assume.
People gave
by the
you
way-
a lot.
By the way, I'm gonna be real. They have mead here.
Mead.
Yum.
Alright, yeah, mead. I
Delicious.
stock with as much meat as I possibly can.
Cool. It's all free.
Ah,
Oh yeah!
like after I filled up, there's already a keg in my hand. I'm already
Okay,
down
1
it.
pound
Like,
is
ah.
6 silver pieces. Good
Well,
to know.
I mean, if you downed a keg, you would die.
No,
But
I'm slowly downing it. Like
Yeah.
I'm just having one in my hand.
but yeah, mead's pretty strong.
So like it's my normal stick of just having like a big barrel of alcohol in my hand, just occasionally taking
Yeah.
a drink. of it.
Mead is an alcoholic beverage made from fermented honey, stronger than ale, with a hangover potential to match.
Yep. Meat is delicious.
It is quite good.
Please don't make me carry your liver. Okay, come on.
You might have to.
Yeah, no, full on. They give you you get. I'm listening. Is right. You get not kegs, barrels. They hand you 2 barrels of mead.
Oh man, I'm gonna have the best trip.
And at the end he says, and the meter is like, and for the I think the pregacious customer on the go, he hands you a spigot.
I just
No.
I just hug him.
He hugs you back really hard.
There's like-
You know, it's just this is called bonding. When people like-
He goes, I thought so as well. I just
All
met
right.
you, but I'm going to miss you.
All right. So that was everything I wanted, really.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so you talked to him. All right, so are you guys heading out in your sexy new carriage?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think we're ready.
Yay! Cool. So the travel from
Tanterville to
from
Cumberland.
Tangerville to Cumberland is about 6 days.
It's not very far. It's kind of one of
no.
those weird things where it's like
So not too far. 6 days. And we're gonna say you make it because
Yay!
I ain't got time for like the other things that might have happened.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You make it. Do not apologize. It's great. I love that you guys are so into the role playing and whatnot. I normally wouldn't push this, but I have a time frame I'm currently working with, and I want to get shit done. But I'm never gonna actually push you. Otherwise, we'd be like, no, there's no time. You can't do any of that. I'm never gonna do that because this is your game, and you direct it and you play it how you want. So, Cumberland. One sec. I have a thing.
And just say during the course of the 6 days, helping Neil with books.
Oh, sure, of course.
I start working on sweaters for everyone.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
you have a sweater club.
Love it.
Yes.
Sounds
The Weasley sweaters, but from Sifkel.
They all just have the initials on them.
Yes.
Beat
Great.
tries to bribe him to give her ale.
Oh yeah. What is it?
Bribe his sword to give me ale.
Oh, I mean, we could do that. Oh no, that's not good. There you go. That's nice. Nice
Yay.
music. All right.
Wait, we made it point A to point B without getting jumped? What is this madness? That's a
That's
first!
a surprising thing that we hardly ever do.
I know. It's amazing.
It's amazing.
Maybe our luck is turning around.
Hopefully.
All right. Get to Cumberland.
Disembodied voice. God.
Forgot to set this up. Add Tony.
What's up?
Oh, damn it! That's the wrong one.
Mhm.
Of course it is. Of course it is. Yeah. Okay, I think this one. Do 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 do.
You pretty.
Quite,
Yes.
quite pretty. All right, you make it to Cumberland. So over the 6 days, Redfist and Evangeline will engage in conversation with you. Redfist again doesn't like prompt any conversations, but if you ask him stuff, he'll answer.
Oh, Rosalind will ask all the questions.
Yeah.
I grew up watching you. Tell me everything.
You're my childhood hero. Hello.
Hi.
You
Yeah.
punched things. It was awesome.
He just goes, thanks.
And now I hit things with my sword and my shield. Yeah.
He goes, I used to do that.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he'll tell you like little snippets, but he seems to not be super cool with talking about like his history in the Tevinter military.
Oh no, she'd be asking about Tanterville stuff.
Oh,
She would
yeah,
not
I mean,
try
one
to.
question that I have.
yeah, I mean when he's in Tangerville, that's all pit stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll talk
I
about
do
like
have
some
one
matches
question
and whatnot.
for-
This guy does not seem like a guy who revels in glory of battle. He's kind
so he's
of
bored.
yeah. He's just like battle is not really like he doesn't see it as glorious anymore. He's just like yeah, I just sort of beat the crap out of people. Like he talks about like
I don't blame him,
also, like,
really.
hasn't really found like a real fight. In a long time as well. Like they even started sending mages at him, like and starting really far away, but he still would just take them down, like just with his fists.
We could go right now if you're interested.
Isra, no,
No,
you're recovering.
I lose my fist.
Yeah, no, his history. Yeah, you're still having trouble like walking normally, and you get really dizzy sometimes, and you're just kind of tired a lot.
Mhm.
You're mostly just,
Mercury does
you're
that
just
to you.
mostly laying in the thing, and there are some days when you're trying to walk, you just get really intense headaches and dizzy, and you just have to sit down.
Am I gonna have minuses to my ability checks right now?
Yeah.
You
It's not
gotta-
forever. It's just while
You
you're
gotta
recovering.
rest.
I do
and-
have one question for Red Fist,
What's that?
because I don't think we ever talked about it really. But why shipsmithing? Or
Shipbuilding.
But-
Cool.
Shipwright.
Ship writing.
yeah, shipwriting. I'm sorry.
You all get that word wrong.
I lived in a landlocked country for a long time.
Yeah, no, it's true. So yeah, he kind of looks at you and goes, "Well, back when I was in the I think back when I was in the Vakane forces in Tevinter, there were times when we would head to Saharan for raids, and we'd take ships there. And I don't know. When I would stand on the bow, the wind spraying, nothing around me for a mile but blues, and realizing that this amazing thing is carrying hundreds of heavy armed people across a thing people drown in all the time. It just... I was basically a slave, but I don't know, it made me feel free. And I'm not one much for sailing, but I'm good with my hands. I like making things, and I thought the ships just seemed like so free from everything. So I thought, why not
Well, that seems like a
build
good
them?
thing for you to do.
You know, so yeah, I
Now that
thought
you're
so.
quote unquote retired.
Yeah, that feels nice. So yeah, as you get to
Angelina, was she a Chevalier training or something
Evangeline,
else?
He's a fourth mate.
She's a mage.
True, but her
she's a
dad
mage.
was.
yeah, no, she definitely has combat training,
Okay.
but she's not a chevalier.
Okay.
Um,
Sowing seeds now for later developments.
Yeah, no, she's a fourth mate.
Or what do you know about Gregoire? Tell me everything.
Oh boy.
Yeah, she hardly knows us.
she's like, he's kind of stupid. He kind of thinks with his if a task is dangerous or difficult or impossible, only that if it would sound good in a story. She doesn't seem to have like a super high opinion of him.
Okay.
She'll tell like a story of how he broke his arm by like
Probably because of me.
by basically like throwing himself in front of a carriage
Aw.
because he heard of like a story of him like a man and a woman meeting by like him saving him from a carriage, except there was no one in front of the carriage. He just
Oh,
thought it
good
didn't
God.
need someone, so he just threw himself carriage and broke his arm.
Yeah,
He was
sounds like
he was-
someone Rosalind would date.
Yeah, he was like
Rosalind.
11 or something.
Roslyn, this is the guy you're
Yes,
going
it
after.
is. Yep.
Oh, lordy.
Yeah, but then she also says like, but because of that, he also his like views on people are very different from most, and he truly believes nothing is impossible, and basically goes out and basically if you want him to do something, just say that you need him to do it, and he'll do it. Basically, no matter if it's dangerous or risky, he'll do it. She says, and it's mostly because
loyal.
he's stupid. Than brave, but I suppose to be brave you have to be at least 3 parts stupid or something like that.
Exactly. Smiles and nods.
Well, he did keep me alive that one time, that one skirmish on the Ferelden border up in the Frostback. So take as that what you...
She
You were
shrugs.
in
She goes,
Ferelden?
On the Frostbacks, there was a dispute.
yeah, there was a dispute. Yeah. Yeah. She like shrugs. He goes, I suppose so. I thought he is a great
Plus,
fighter.
that's where I
It's the
kind of
only
hit
thing he
up
focuses his mind
that
on.
new-
He also looks. He goes, just to let you know, I wouldn't hold my breath with him unless you plan to marry him.
I could see that outcome.
Well, no, he has a vow of chastity.
I can still see this outcome.
All right. Yeah. She just started. All right. Like, well, if that is your thing, that is your thing. I'm more of the strong, silent, and practical type. As she like rubs Red Fist's arm. He just like looks down at her, and his mouth doesn't smile because, as you can see from his face, it's very hard for him to smile with the
Yeah.
burns. But his eyes smile. His eye smiles.
And that's why they're adorable together.
Yeah. All right.
Have you
so yeah.
been...
Yeah.
Okay.
No. When you want to ask something, you do it.
I was going to ask her how her practice with the healing magic was going.
She goes, I am horrible.
Hey, at least you're honest.
I think
You're
I have too much
trying.
of my father and my mother in me. I come from very angry people. Or as my mother would say, passionate.
Passionate's
it's hard-
better.
But you have to have a great deal of empathy to heal, and I find myself... I'm very bad at reading people.
I'm not exactly spectacular
well,
at
you
that
do have
either.
I sometimes am a little selfish, I suppose. So I'm having hard to get my mind around it, but I'm trying. Mal is helping me a great deal, and he's
Well,
just like,
sometimes
I'm just
it
giving
is-
you the confidence to do it yourself.
And that's the most important part.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sometimes it is easier to heal people you feel closer to. So,
Aww.
yeah.
She like blushes a bit, and of course Redfist doesn't react because he's Redfist.
And Redfist, I wanted to say that we met someone who knew you, and she spoke very highly of you, and I would like to say thank you for treating her well.
He like looks confused. And he goes,
Her
"Me."
name was Deidre, or Dee.
He looks like he's trying to remember, and then like his
Strong
eye
woman?
kind of lights up and goes, "Oh, yeah, I remember her. Sweet thing, very smiley.
Yeah.
Couldn't let that. Didn't want to see that go away. Not enough
Yeah.
of that in this world."
She's doing well. She's doing good.
Good. I'm glad. Yeah, you just see him kind of lost in a bit of a memory now.
Mm.
you can probably tell. Yeah, his brain is a little off, so he like goes in and out of like thinking and.
Oh, I'm sure he's had so many concussions.
Yeah.
And untreated.
Completely untreated.
Oh.
You saw his body. He's just like he's
Yeah.
wrecked.
Yeah, I'm gonna encourage them that when they get to Cumberland to kind of find a mage who's good at restoration and stuff like that.
She's like, I want to keep learning, so I'm going to try.
Okay. And just,
Cool.
every couple
So,
weeks.
yeah, she nods. So, when you guys get to Cumberland, they seemed to already kind of have some money and like a place kind of already kind of picked out. They have, and they basically kind of say their goodbyes to you, and they Evangeline hugs every one of you, especially Thistle and then Damien.
Cool.
And she does say to you, Damien, goes, only you and only you and Gregoire still believe in my father. And she kind of looks at you and goes, please never stop. Whether he says it or not, he needs people like you.
That is very true.
She nods. Red Fist just kind of like, you see him, he kind of like bows a bit to you, not very deeply, but he bows. And he says, thank you for everything you've done. Not just for us, but for everyone.
Well, it's our job.
Yeah.
Yep.
What we do.
Nods. Well, alright.
To be fair, it's not generally what I do.
And he just turns around, and you hear him kind of mutter under his breath, but you can kind of hear it, especially Thistle can hear it. He just kind of says, "New chapter," and he just kind of turns around and walks forward with Evangeline.
Aww.
They're gonna
Alright.
be.
Well,
They're gonna be okay.
Cool. So, Cumberland is a port city.
It
Damien, you are reminded you actually have. If you want to, do you still want to go to that party in Antiva?
I thought it
I
was
don't trust
like
that.
still a ways away.
God.
It is. And like it is. But if you want to go there, you guys should probably go now.
Yeah, put in
By
Antiva.
land, it would be very difficult.
We gotta get
or
there.
you
by-
could go by sea.
We haven't been on a
Boat
boat.
party!
You have the money for it.
Oh. Yeah, it's just chartering our stuff.
Yeah, no, you could do that. You could definitely do that. You'd have to get a big enough boat, but this is Cumberland. This is a major port, so you could
Yeah.
probably find one. So yeah, if you actually want to do that, it's actually really simple. You can charter a boat from here to Porto de Sol in Antiva, and so
Would I know
Wait.
anything about this?
Porto de Sol. Yeah, no, you kind of, this was the place they were going to. You heard about this. It's just like everywhere else in Antiva. It's mostly dominated by merchants, and it's very kind of a tropical-esque climate there because it's in like deep like southern Antiva, kind of much more south than Antiva City is.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And we're going
near the
to
border
Antiva
of the
City,
Free
right?
Marchers. No, the party's in Porto de Sol, not in Antiva
Oh,
City.
okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said it was. I'm sorry.
No, it's in Porto de Sol.
It's been a while.
That's where Baroness Lucrezia is.
That's
I don't trust that lady.
where we need to find her.
Um,
True, but apparently I'm supposed to be